Oh my goodness. Hello, everybody. How are we doing? Welcome to Wednesday. Welcome to Wednesday. Hope everybody's Wednesday is off to a good start. You learned a new word from my Discord announcement. Well, one, thank you for paying attention to the Discord announcement. I always feel weird making those. Like, anytime I'm pinging a large group of people, I'm like, oh, I hope I'm not annoying everybody. So I try really hard to keep those to a minimum. But we've been doing a few more since the push, so I'm glad that it got there. And there you go. Inclination. Did I can't I can't tell if you're making fun of me or if that's legit. Did I use the word wrong? Or did I do a good? Did I do a good, Slappy? Welcome in, everybody. I'm just so used to being teased. I did a good, yay. Okay, cool. Yeah, I do. We have to basically make Twitch decide that I am worthy of partner at this point. So this is the final phase of the push. Ooh, you guys, thank you for sticking through the whole thing, for those who've been here the whole time, and for those who have just recently joined my efforts to become partner here on Twitch. I still appreciate you as well. The lurks I want to reinforce that the lurks still matter. The view count does still matter, but basically phase 2 was about getting to the minimum requirement, basically, to be partner. So we've hit the minimum. The minimum is you need 16 days that hit 75 viewer average. We did that. We did that yesterday. So thank you guys. That was you guys coming and lurking and spreading the word and rating in and just being amazing. And now it's the and now we wait part. Possibly the hardest phase of the push. Mostly, I don't know if it's just me or if you guys are feeling it too. I'm tired. I'm tired. Even it's been going really well, and I'm still tired. But it's just like I have to be patient. Being patient is hard. Because I have to wait for. I was really tempted to submit my application yesterday. And actually, I don't know. Would you guys be interested in me going over some of my application? Maybe we can do that this afternoon. I don't know if you guys would want to see that. It was so weird. I was up till like 10 p.m. last night writing an essay about my stream, basically, and I felt like I was in a weird college class. Like, I was just like trying to talk about like why I'm streaming and what I'm doing at the partner put. Like, I don't know. It was bizarre. It was bizarre. I tried to condense it down as much as I could. But anyway, we'll talk about that more this afternoon. If anybody wants to come back, no, it's actually a full page, Book Snail. I kind of feel like I'm a little too wordy, to be honest. I really tried to condense it as much as I could. Yeah, like half of it is about the vaquita. So I think maybe I talked about the vaquita too much. I'm not sure. Anyway, we can talk about that this afternoon, but if anyone wants to come back, we are doing a small celebration stream, just like a mini party. It's not like we'll do like a big party, if I get partnered. If, they may turn around and say no, folks. Like, I want to make sure that we, like, there is a possibility that could happen, so I'm trying not to get my hopes too high, but, if I do get partner, we will do a really big party. What's going on? It was an early celebration right there. But yeah, we're going to be doing a party this afternoon. So if you want to come back this afternoon at 4 p.m. Mountain Time, we're doing a ton of stuff. We'll be doing the monthly art showcase. So for those who submitted work, come back this afternoon if you want to see your work on stream. If you did submit into the showcase, make sure that you just submitted one piece per person. There's a couple people who I think forgot that they submitted early and still haven't moved their piece. So just double check real fast if you did put something in there. And if you did have 2 posts on accident, just like copy one and paste it again and get it into next month's showcase is what I would recommend. Or you could put it in the art share. You don't have to submit the showcase. It's kind of supposed to be like a best of for the community. But anyway, if those, I'll do it myself after stream, or a mod will, if that needs to happen. But anyway, I'm sorry, I'm a little bit tired rambling. I have not been sleeping well this week, and it's definitely catching up to me. Today, we are going to be doing the art gym. So, welcome to the art gym. If you didn't know this, tomorrow is Meerkat Day, apparently, which I thought was really cute. I haven't actually ever really studied meerkats, I don't think. When I was younger, I used to draw, like Lion King characters and stuff. And occasionally, I think I drew Timon, but obviously Timon looks very little like a real meerkat. So I'm going to be doing some meerkat studies today. I found this cute picture of them. I do need to post on Blue Sky still. Sorry, I had some tech issues getting started. Some things weren't working right. I had to restart some stuff. So I didn't get a chance to make my social media posts. So I apologize, but I am going to have to do that here on stream. Here, you guys can watch the very exciting process, I'm sure. Happy early Meerkat Day. We are celebrating by studying these little cuties and maybe their cousins, the mongoose. Did you guys know meerkats and mongoose are in the same little group? Really fun. I have a link to at the top of chat if anybody wants to pull up some references. On stream today at the art gym. Come on in. And then of course it's also the first day of the final phase of the partner push. Lurks still help a ton. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know what else to put. So anyway, there's my very exciting post, you guys. Wow, I know, fascinating. This is what I usually do while we're doing the starting student screen. Why are we on the slowest music possible right now? I need to wake up. I love that. I love that music, but it's I need to wake up right now. Thanks for getting me this far. This far. Oh my gosh, I'm so wordy. See, this is the problem I ran into last night trying to write my dang stream application essay for the push. We are celebrating by studying these little guys. We'll say little guys. That's shorter. Character limits are hard. Nope. Mongoose. There we go. Okay, a little alt text here. Art gym template. Meerkat study day. I don't ever know what to put for this. Okay. All right. Let's go. Let's go. We're gonna make a little post. It's posted now. Oops, I meant to copy that. I'm gonna go repost it. Everything takes so long, you guys. Also, happy second day of Art Fight for anybody who's participating in Art Fight. We do have a section of the Discord where you can post your Art Fight links and your posts. It's kind of hard to find right now. If you go to random and go to the threads, I'll just show you guys. It's so much easier to just show you guys. I know a lot of people in the community are doing Art Fight, so if you go to Discord, you can always check the threads in any channel by clicking this little thread spool thing. Okay, so if you go to actually I just pinned it. If you just want to go to the pins in general, there's links right there to the threads. Art Fight posts and Art Fight profiles. If you want to post links just to your profile, post them here. Just kind of helps them keep them organized. But feel free to link to your Art Fight post in here. It'll also create a link to your profile. So either way, doesn't matter, but that's how you can find it. They're in the random, because I don't have a channel for it. They're in random and they're in Art Share. So anyway, yeah, exclamation Discord if you'd like to do that. You join but you have no idea what you're doing. Hey, that's most of us. Hey Kepper, how are you? Welcome in, welcome in. Speaking of, let me say hi to everybody after I make a prediction. Let me do a little prediction today. Oops, sorry. I always forget to pull this up before. Okay, my goodness. Ooh. There we go. Guys, I just lost a follower. It's my disorganization. It's always so funny when you watch that happen live. It's like, oops, what did I do? Probably not drawing enough. Alright, good morning, Quasi. Yeah, if anyone else is a streamer and you like log in the next morning and you see that you've lost like 5 followers, don't worry, me too. Pretty much every week that happens. Okay. I just assumed they were pity follows or bots. I'm not sure. Alright, let's see. How many studies will I do? 1, 2, 3, or many more? Got it. There you go. 1, 2, 3, yeah, they could have been bots for sure. Who knows? Who knows? Or it could be a misclick. I have accidentally unfollowed people before. I also kind of think Twitch unfollows people for you. I feel like I watched it happen one time and I was like, It's a little sus. That's okay. That's okay. Things happen. Yeah, no, it's not a useful alt text at all, Charlie's Dragon. I'm really bad at them. Here's the other thing, too, about alt text. I've kind of gotten away from being more descriptive on them because apparently they are easily used for AI scraping now. And I'm kind of hesitant to even attract attention to my posts for scrapers until things get regulated. So, yeah, like people are able to automate scrapers to scan all of Blue Sky using alt text. So being too descriptive as an artist can actually be pretty detrimental. I talked to a bunch of other artists about how they were handling it. Some have stopped using alt text, and then others have just said to be less helpful, which I feel like, I don't know, I'm still kind of working through, like, well, then what's the point? You know? But some people just, like, on principle will, like, I don't know. It's, like, hard to please everybody, but I guess it's like a, I don't know. It's like you should still try to do it just to help somewhat, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, so I'm still kind of working out. No, I know it's meant to, yeah, and that's part of why I still kind of do it, but it feels kind of like I shouldn't be for my own self-preservation. So yeah. Yeah, abusing it for AI scraping is bad. Yeah, and it's really prevalent. That's actually, alt text is actually a lot of how AI scrapers work, is searching for SEO and alt text. So anyway, it's a tough issue that I don't know how to navigate adequately. But a lot of people are super judgy if you don't put alt text on your image. Like, I don't know how to please everyone. I'm trying. I don't know. I'm just out here flailing on the internet as usual. But yeah, it does feel kind of, yeah, I'm still kind of working through for, I don't know. It's such a complex thing. Anyway, I don't have enough spoons to, to discuss right now, but, yeah, that's why it was not very helpful, and I apologize for anybody who relies on that. I'm trying to be somewhat helpful, if I can. Okay, let's see. What else do I need to do? I feel like I'm forgetting something. There's something else I'm supposed to be doing. Oh, posting on we're close to an AI ramble. Yeah. So it's only 20 minutes into the stream. We're already thinking about AI. I know. Yeah. I hope we're close to the AI bubble pop for sure. That would be ideal. That would be ideal, Miss Art Rules. I mean, I do think the shine has worn off for a lot of the general public. Actually, you guys, I didn't hear this until last night, but did you guys hear the news about the no regulation on AI thing in the US that was trying to get passed in the House? Apparently it got voted down pretty unanimously, which is, like, honestly really encouraging. Not to turn this into an AI conversation, but it's been, like, a very prevalent topic for anyone in the art field for, like, the last 4 years. But yeah, that's exciting because that's a good indicator that the general public is actually done with it. Like, feels like it needs to be regulated. Not just artists and creatives and musicians and voice actors, but, like, literally everybody who cares about data privacy. So that's really good. That's a positive. 99-1, yeah. It was going to stop states from regulating it for 10 years. Yeah, crazy. Crazy. So good job to everybody who called their representatives and made sure that their voices were heard. There's still lots of other things that are trying to be passed right now that need to be stopped, but that was a big win. So I didn't actually hear the news till I was, like, going to bed last night. So that's exciting. It's definitely causing a lot of issues. All right, posting to Instagram. Oh, you guys, everything takes so long. But thank you all for lurking. I really appreciate it. I'm gonna go look up who that one is. At least one good thing in the box. Exactly, Charlie's Dragon. Oh, you know what? If we get a gratitude jar today, I will definitely do that. Yeah, we gotta remember to be grateful for the good stuff, for sure. Let's see. I did this drumming animal. I did see that I had a drumming animal. Hey, Pyro, congrats on first. Chalawan. I don't know what that is, but we will. Oops, we will do that in just a minute. Did I even say that right? Chalawan? Chalawan? Oh my gosh, I'm gonna stop trying. Okay, let me scroll up and say hi. Hey, Trader Joe, it's good to see you. Thank you so much for lurking to help with the push. It really means a lot. You guys, Trader Joe is also pushing for partner right now if you're looking for another artist to support. I hope that's going well, Trader Joe. If you're lurking and can't respond, no worries, but let us know how that's going. Crazy, welcome in, and Neilf. Wednesday is for waiting with the porpoise. Miss Art Rules and Kepper and Pyro, you have a day job work today. Bummer. Well, thank you for leaving a lurk, Pyro. I super appreciate you. Silval, welcome in, and Amaze, howdy. Thank you for being here. Who else we got here? Dracon and Raga. Thank you, Raga, for being here as well. Hope you're doing well. Always good to see ya. Kudo, thank you for the lurk. And Community Time, looking for support while in a meeting. See, this is all that really kind lurking. That is the reason that this is happening. If anybody wants to help me continue to push for partner, lurking is still the way to go. Basically, if you didn't see the announcement on Discord, I haven't really announced anywhere else, I guess, but basically, I'm gonna have to wait, I think, actually until the 10th or 11th to apply. I really wanted to apply today, but I think if I'm understanding the process correctly, I'm thinking I will just get auto-rejected if I apply today, and they'll tell me to wait 2 more weeks. So I think if I'm doing my math right, I think I can apply officially next Thursday or Friday. So I think I'm just going to wait another week just to be safe. But basically I have to watch and see for when the first 8 streams that hit 75, I have to wait for them to be in their own 30-day block before I can actually apply. Otherwise, I'm fairly certain it's an auto-rejection. And I don't want to go through the up and down hope and then destruction of hope that will come with that. Because if they make me wait 2 more weeks, then I wouldn't be able to apply until like the 18th. Or 17th. So I think I'm just gonna try to be patient, and if you guys are able to lurk, if you're able to turn on notifications and get here early and still do all the pushy things, it is gonna help. Still, because basically what Twitch doesn't want to see is that you hit your goal and then everybody left. I don't know if they are super strict on having to hit exactly 75 average, but like, if we can just get even peak viewership up towards 75, I think that would hopefully be enough to show them that like I do have a community, like I'm not just doing like I don't know guys. I just appreciate you being here. But that's the latest update on the partner push. So if you were here for a push update, that's what it is. And if you want more push updates, you can follow me on socials, or you can join Discord. I have an announcements ping. I try to only use it at most once a week. Just so that I'm not pinging people constantly, but typically when I'm not pushing for partner, I probably make 1 announcement a month. So it's not very often that you'll get a ping from me. And if you want to join in for any kind of updates on that stuff, you can do that. You can also turn on stream pings in Discord, either manually turn on the notifications for that channel specifically, or you can go to your notification settings and turn on role mentions and give yourself the stream pings role. So there's a couple ways to get notifications. I forgot what I was doing. Socials. There we go. All right, let me post this on the dang Instagrams. And then let's get going here. Oops. I messed it up. Okay. Ironheart, welcome in also, by the way. I'm sorry that I just paused in the middle of greeting everybody. I'm glad you guys enjoyed the dance music. That's one of the things I want to maybe do this afternoon for the mini party. If you're curious about what we're going to do for the party, there's going to be giveaways this afternoon. I might work on a little dance overlay for the emote dance party. And I think I have an idea for what to do, but I might be taking input from you guys. And then we'll try to see if I can implement it. It's going to be very basic. It's going to be extremely basic. But if I'm able to, I think we'll do something kind of fun. And then, yeah, we're also doing Sea Slave Dragon Design Day. We're doing the monthly art showcase. And then I'll let you guys, we'll be doing votes on new emotes. We've unlocked a ton of new emotes this past month or two. And so if you want to come back this afternoon, there's going to be a ton of stuff going on, basically. So come on back if you'd like. In the Discord, there's an event for it, too. So you can click interested on the event if you want a reminder. Random Macaroni, Artie Gob, Yeetak, hello everyone, Dangerous Buttons, of course Charlie's Dragon. I'm glad that you like Meerkats. Anyone a Meerkat fan in the chat? Raise your hand. And of course Slappy and Booksnail and Dracon, welcome in everybody. It's so good to have everyone here. I really appreciate the support, seriously. Like I've been saying, it's been really overwhelming, everybody showing up and hanging out. And spreading the word and rating in and sharing my link. Speaking of, I didn't post my link anywhere on Discords this morning. So if anybody wants to, there's like one, I can think of one Discord. Hold on. That probably would be a good fit for this. Real quick, I'll do that. Studying Meerkats today for art gym. If you wanna join. There we go. Ulodnin, hey. Yeah, it was kind of like my lullaby. But yeah, welcome in everyone. If I missed anybody saying something in chat or a question or something, just let me know. But yeah, thanks for being here. I think I got everybody. I'm scrolling really quickly down chat. Sorry, I'm kind of behind and can't read all of it, but Prue Ackerman, Casey's gonna dance. No. Welcome in, Prue. But no dancing. We have an emote dance party redeem that I think I've been wanting to do like a really funny overlay for a while. So I think this afternoon we might do that if there's time. My plan is basically to start the showcase at 4, so we're gonna start the showcase early and do that pretty much after I greet everyone. So about 20 minutes into stream probably, and then just jump into like voting on emotes and maybe working on a dance party overlay, start doing some giveaways. The plan is to do 3 giveaways. So just, I'm not going to do them like on a certain time. It'll just be like, I'll do 3 and I'll space them out a little bit so that people who aren't there right at the beginning can get there. But again, for those who show up early, you know, that's maybe one of the perks, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, we'll do some sticker sheet giveaways. I have various sticker sheets. I don't give those away too often, but I was doing inventory last night and I have a few extra, so I think we'll do those. I am updating my Ko-fi shop as well, so make sure you keep an eye on that. I'm going to be doing a merch drop, hopefully at the end of the week. So anyway, but thank you all for being here. It looks like I do have a drawing animal redeem, so I'm going to do that really fast. Hey Quartz and C, how you doing? Thanks for coming in. And Aviary Moth, hello. Good to see ya. You're not usually... Oh, really? You like more, like what kind of things? Hey, Michael Howards, how are you? I have a Pokemon shop? No, a Ko-fi shop. What did I say? Did I say Pokemon? No, I'm confused. There's my Ko-fi shop. You can also get free Vaquita emotes there if you didn't know that. So feel free to pop in and grab some Vaquita emotes. So I have a Draw Me an Animal redeem. We're going to take care of that really, really fast. A merch shop. Okay, yeah. That is what I have. A place with merch. Oh, I'm gonna be doing a merch drop. Yeah, maybe that's what I said. I was taking pictures of sculptures yesterday. I kind of made a bunch of drafts. I got some good progress done. I just haven't officially posted them yet. There's gonna be some digital download stuff that you can purchase in the Ko-fi that'll be a little cheaper. It'll basically be like there'll be a bunch of like printable sticker sheets and stuff that I have on my Patreon that you can purchase, or if you become a patron for $5, you can have access to all of them at once. So it'll kind of be like, I don't know, I guess an option for people who don't want to be on Patreon but still want the sticker sheet. You're not at all ashamed of immediately thinking of Timon when you... Yeah, no, same. Pokemon are basically it's true. Naoiko, is that how you say your name? I'm so sorry if I got it wrong. They are basically fantasy animals. So the Draw Me an Animal game, for those who haven't seen this, we have 5 minutes, or I have 5 minutes to draw what I think the animal is. Please, no hints in the chat. The only hint I can have... Oh, thanks, Amaze. I thought you were lurking. I apologize. Well, thank you for helping with that. Let's see. Where did it go? Oh, there it is. Oh, stretch redeem. Thank you, Aviary. Let's all stretch. Now for short. Okay. Gotcha. Thank you for helping. Hey, sharing. Also, by the way, I see you there. Appreciate you being here. Hope you're having a good day. Drawing animal is a Chalawan? 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 I don't know how to say anything today. So I'm going to write this down, and we're going to have 5 minutes to draw what I think it looks like, and then we'll get into the studies. But if you are wanting to study today for the art gym, feel free to start. You don't ever have to wait on me. Sometimes it takes me a while to get going. I was joking with some artists yesterday that it's like the longer you stream art on Twitch, the more it becomes more of like a just chatting stream. Apparently this is like a known phenomenon, so it's not just me. It's not just me. But yeah, like half the art stream becomes a chatting stream if you have a mic. And I was kind of thinking like it'd be funny to like maybe I should start my stream in the just chatting category and then switch to the art category like halfway through. It might make more sense. But I don't know if that's a good idea either because the just chatting category sort of scares me. So I don't know, but it would feel more thematically accurate. Okay. You found out about my partner push from Brenda's yesterday. Oh my gosh, thank you so much, One, for coming over here from Art and Jess stream. I actually just updated all of my Camp Chaos commands. I have 2 now if anybody ever needs or wants to help share Camp Chaos info. Yeah, enjoy your lyric maze. Thank you so much for hanging out for as long as you could. I hope you have a good one. So there's my info about my camp session right there under camp, and then Chaos. I think everybody should be able to post these. We'll tell you about what Camp Chaos is and link you to the Art and Jest Discord so you can get plugged in. Just a little plug for Art and Jest. They are still looking for, and I posted about this in my Discord, but they are still looking for camp ambassadors. So if you have an interest in helping with that, go join the Discord and look at the announcement about it, or just post in there and ask about it and somebody can direct you. But yeah, it's like a way to help make sure everybody has a really good session, even if they're like a newer streamer or like any size streamer, basically, just to make sure everybody has good amounts of folks in the chat. You signed up to be an ambassador for my stream? Aw, sharing, that's so sweet of you. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Well, it's an honor. And yeah, basically you can do what Sharing did, and you can sign up for a streamer. I think they still have a few that are missing people. I think their goal is to have 2 people per stream. So if anybody in this community wants to join Sharing and be a camp ambassador, it's also a good way to like just meet more streamers, I think, too. Because, you know, the more often you can have your name in a chat or just like become known to folks, it's just a good way to make connections. I found that to be true for myself last year during Camp Chaos. I wasn't a camp ambassador, but I did try to make as many sessions as I could, and especially like the ones that I was really interested in. Like certain topics, like a lot of art streams, for example. But yeah, they have a huge variety. They've got science streamers, game streamers, music streamers, art streamers, crafting streamers. Like there's all sorts of people from all over Twitch. So go check out Art and Just Discord, go look at the schedule, and make note of the streams you think you might want to join. You're excited? Well, yeah, I'm excited too, and I'm honored that you'd wanna be an ambassador here. That's great. Thank you. Okay, so I have 5 minutes to draw this critter. I have no idea what it is, I'm not gonna lie, so never heard of this. It must be, maybe it's like a super colloquial, like local name for some animal. But yeah, it's definitely not anything I think I've heard of. I'm just gonna draw a tropical bird. There's like 10,000 bird species, and I feel like when in doubt, it's probably a bird, a bug, or a fish. So that's what I'm gonna go with. Or I guess a small rodent, perhaps. A small mammal. Those tend to be the options. I have no clue. So I'm just gonna draw like a fun looking tropical bird, and then we're gonna learn about whatever this is. This is most likely wrong, but I have 5 minutes to guess. Feel free to go look up what it actually is online, but just please don't share any hints in the chat. Kind of ruins the fun a little bit if I'm spoiled on it. But you can always point and laugh at me as I get it completely wrong, which is usually what happens. So yeah, we're gonna say this is my Chalawan. I'm gonna make him really bug-eyed because that makes me laugh. How about? Yep, this is it. I hope it's not disappointing, Crazy. But yeah, this is my guess. I don't know. Maybe I should have just done like a meerkat just for fun, like a small, feliform sort of a little mammal, mustelid-ish looking mammal. They're not mustelids, but they do have the same like general look and body type. And then we're gonna make it have some real bright real bright feathers, because I like real bright feathers. That's really fun for me. I wonder if there's a bird that looks like this somewhere. It's just gonna have all the colors, okay? In case you were wondering, yes, this bird has every color. Every color that a bird can come with. Except brown. We want this to be a colorful bird. We'll do some blue wings too, because that's flashy. This is not a real animal, just FYI. This is just me making up a bird. It looks like a cow. My bird looks like a cow. What? Oh wait, were you accidentally giving a hint? Yeah, no hints in chat. No hints in chat. Unless you're just being silly. It's always hard to tell. It's hard to tell without tonal inflection. Text is hard. Okay. Alright, there we go. That's my Chalawan. Guys, it's probably nothing like this, but this is my guess at what this animal is, because I have no clue. If it's even close, if it's a bird, I will be shocked. I will be shocked if it's a bird. I have no clue what this animal is. It's probably not a bird. But that's my guess. I'm glad you like it, Crazy. Let's see how wrong I was. Ready? Ready? Ready, set, go. Chalawan. It's apparently a building? What? No. This is incorrect. Oh, it's an ancient reptile. Okay. Well, apparently it's also a building. Just so you know. Okay, it's an extinct genus of... Okay, so actually, birds are technically reptiles. I'm just saying. So I got it like 5% correct. But alright. I totally missed this one. So the first fossil... Oh, here, I should probably show this to you guys. Here's what it is. Chalawan. Never heard of it before. I'm also just notoriously bad at these prehistoric animal names anyway, because I can never remember them. Even if I'm familiar with the animal, I struggle to remember the name. Let's see. Sunosuchus. Wait, that's a fun name to say. So they found the lower jaw shortly after more material of the same specimen was found and described in the early 2000s. Yielding more remains. The anterior tip of a crocodilomorph mandible, which was assigned to Sunosuchus thailandus. Is that the same thing as this? Chalawan thailandus. Okay, no, so they're the same like group, I guess. Let's see. Holotype mandible is very robust. So wait, we only have basically the skull. So I think these are the known remains of this critter. But here's the cool thing. Even though we just have the skull, this is something I learned on Paleontologizing's channel, is apparently the most diagnostic part of the skeleton, or one of the most diagnostic parts, is the skull, because it can help you really differentiate animals from each other. There's a lot more very specific bones and structures present in a skull versus, say, a femur or even a hand bone. So it'd be nice to have like hands, claws, tail, like those things too, spine. But you know, having the skull is actually more helpful than just, say, having like... There's some dinosaurs and things that are named off of just like a shin bone, and it's like, well, it's not the most diagnostic. But yeah, if you guys aren't following Paleontologizing, let's see if I can spell this right. Paleontologizing. There we go. Go give him a follow. Yes, I did it. He's coming back from the field. He just finished the first part of his dig season, but he'll be going back into the field to do live dinosaur digs in July. I think he's going to be in Utah this month. I don't know if he's doing office streams between then or not. He might be taking a break, but either way, you guys should go follow. It's always a good time over there, and you're going to learn a lot. Okay. Yeah, this is what we have from the creature. I'm trying to see. So it's a Thai crocodilomorph. I don't know how does it say. Where does it say how long ago they lived? Oh, here we are. From the late Jurassic and early Cretaceous. There you go. Well, if you want to learn more about these, I got it totally wrong. Then I'm going to link you. Leads to shin names. Yes, exactly. And thank you for the hydrate, Miss Art Rules. I do need that. So, Crazy, I'm so sorry that I messed that one up. But hey, you got a very brightly colored bird. Bonus points if anybody can find a bird that has this coloration. If this bird exists, let me know what it's called. But, yeah, I got that wrong. I think I was kind of thinking about like a Tarako a little bit. If you haven't seen Tarakos before, go look those up. They're really fun. Yeah, just like generic, brightly colored jungle bird. Got that wrong, though. Got that way wrong. Okay, so that was the Draw Me an Animal game. Now let's actually draw some meerkats. Casey Snowbird has those colors. The long-legged something or other. Yeah, exactly, exactly. Hey, Charzia, how you doing? It's good to see you. It's close to Sarasuchus, if you want to look that up to get a life reconstruction. That would pretty much be 90%. Oh, Sarasuchus? Okay. Let's, yeah, I saw them mention Sarasuchus. Here, let's look that one up. Just to see a reconstruction. Thank you, by the way. Sarcosuchus, I'm sorry. I was saying it wrong. Oh, I gotta remember to put -AI so I don't get the stupid AI results. Sarcosuchus, there it is. Very large fish-eating crocodile, it looks like. It looks like a giant gharial, basically. Wow, that is massive. Sarcosuchus. Look at this thing. Getting close to the Dinosuchus. Wow. It's pretty big. Pretty big guy right there. Pretty big. Jeez Louise. Here's a bunch of like size differences. Oh my gosh, look at this. Look at this one. That's crazy. Dinosuchus was the one that I was familiar with because I feel like I kept hearing about that one so much. But it looks like there's one that's even bigger. Hold on, we gotta look this one up. Preciasuchus? What does that say? Perusaurus. Okay. I'm spelling this wrong. Wow. That is a massive dinosaur-sized crocodile. Holy moly. That's crazy. That's crazy. Well, there we go. I had never heard of that before. Okay, anyway, let's get back on task. I have a hard time when it comes to getting distracted with this stuff. Thank you for the hydrates and the posture check. Thank you. I do need that. Let's draw some meerkats. So, one thing I did not do that I forgot to do. And thank you again, by the way, for everybody who's hanging out. Seriously, it just makes a huge difference. I'm no longer as concerned about hitting that minimum of 16, but basically from this point till the end of the till I get partnered, we're in phase 3. So for anyone who missed the update, essentially like views still count. We still have to basically impress Twitch with the view count in order for me to get accepted into partner. So if anyone is able to lurk, it makes a big difference, and I really appreciate you guys. It's just the pressure is off for me to like really like focus on the numbers as much, which I honestly appreciate. Thank you guys for getting me there so quickly. Pretty much every stream in June hit. Every day that I streamed in June definitely hit. I think the very first art gym was just under 75 average, but that was partly my fault because I didn't really think about. I wasn't really thinking about averaging over the whole stream, so I think I ended it at a bad time, because I think it probably could have gotten there. But every day this month in June has hit the 75 viewer average, and I really appreciate you guys helping me do that so quickly. Just because now I don't have to like think about it so much. Oh my gosh, Bribowette! Oh my gosh, thank you for using your Prime sub here, Bribowette. Bribowette, before I forget, would you like to be in the sub zoo? For those who haven't seen this month's sub zoo, we're actually, hopefully I'm not counting my chickens, and hopefully things don't go poorly this month, because that'll be real awkward, you guys. It'll be so awkward. But we're doing the party animal sub zoo, and you'll be the third one. Do you want to be in the party animal sub zoo? Would you like a party hat on an animal? Or a creature, whatever. For anyone who was in the sub zoo for last month, if you missed it, here is the Kaijun sub zoo. It got a little crazy. We have all kinds of critters. I meant to make a post about this for Kaijun, and I just missed it. But thank you to everybody who was a part of this. This was wild. You guys unlocked so many sub emotes. I'm actually curious to see if we'll be able to keep those sub emotes once or if I get partnered. But anyway, if anybody wants to be in the sub zoo for this month, we're doing a party theme. So I'm thinking of doing like some dancing animals, maybe a pool party section. I don't know, like a dance party area. But if you'd like to be in the party animal sub zoo, hopefully we'll be celebrating some things this month. And you can do that by subbing or gifting a sub. And so basically whoever purchases the sub decides who gets the sub doodle. So just because you were gifted a sub does not mean you get a doodle, only if somebody is gifting you their doodle, which does happen sometimes. Basically, if you gift a sub and don't specify that you want the doodle, I'm just going to assume you're gifting it to the person you gifted. But if you gift 5 at once, you actually get a colored sub doodle. So that's different. Because otherwise I'd be drawing critters all day. A dancing Hobbs tiger, absolutely, yeah, for sure. Let me do that real fast. Here we go. Dancing Hobbs tiger is cute. I love that. Here's a good little Hobbs ref here. But thank you so much. I think they do not change unless there's a partner rule about emotes. What do you mean they don't change? Awkward is your spirit animal? I mean, I can relate to that. Dragons without wings. Yeah, they kind of were, honestly. Let's see. Barboette, let's put you over here dancing with this dancing bear. How's that sound? We're gonna do a dancing Hobbs. It's not gonna be my best Hobbs, because I don't really have an exact reference here. I just have him leaping out of out of a wagon, but. Do, 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 do. The slots you unlock stay unlocked. Okay. You have the same emote slots. Oh, I see what you mean. Yes, yes. No, but I mean as far as like, so there's more that you can unlock more as a partner, but if I hit those higher numbers while I'm still affiliate, I don't know if it counts. I don't know. I'm just curious to see if like how many emotes unlock basically. Yeah. Don't know. We'll find out. We will find out. You think it's the same? Yeah, hopefully. We'll see. Because I have about 40 emotes that I'd like to make. This is not probably the best Hobbs ever. I'm so sorry. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Okay, got his face a little bit. Hopefully it kind of looks like Hobbs. Oh, he's got these little stripes on the side of his face. That'll help, maybe. I don't know. Watching with your kids, your 9-year-old and current... Oh, nice! John says, okay, this is great. I got some confirmation from a fan. Your 9-year-old and current Calvin and Hobbes expert. Excellent thing to be an expert in. Calvin and Hobbes is a fantastic comic series. Says he looks good. Thank you. Thank you. To your 9-year-old. I appreciate that. And thanks for joining in. I'm glad that I'm not doing him too much disservice here. Okay, there we go. Got through the tough bit. Just trying to make it look like he's dancing. Actually, let's do a different pose here. There we go. Looks right to you? Excellent. Excellent. My reference is this. Probably should have picked a different reference, but I'm just looking at this one of him jumping. It's not even the same pose or anything, so I don't know. There we go. Trying to make it look like Hobbs. Should everybody have a party hat? Maybe we'll give him a party hat too. Yeah, thank you for subbing, Briboette. I appreciate you. And yeah. We will do the meerkat right after this. So I was actually just about to look up a meerkat skeleton too, because I haven't really drawn, like I said, I haven't really drawn meerkats before. Oh wait, I think we're about to be in an ad in 4 minutes. Okay, so I have 4 minutes to finish this. I like this too. I can't find, I'm just gonna pretend his feet look like this. There we go. Okay, there's my Hobbs. Thank you again, Briboette. I appreciate you. We're gonna just say he's enjoying the music, okay? He's dancing. This is what's happening. And we'll give him a party hat, because why not? Should have tiger stripes on it, though, for sure. Okay. Oh, wait, Briboette. I gotta write your name. I think I'm making them too big again. Paradox Moose, it's not my birthday, but thank you. Still not my birthday. Here's my question. How are you going to know when it's my actual... Because, like, if I just keep telling you it's not my birthday, what's the plan here? What's the plan? All right, there we go. There's me. I'm the zookeeper. Here's the party animals. Thank you so much for being a part of the party animals. Okay. Meerkat time. You ask us if I have thought of an answer. I mean, I am curious what your plan is, yes. Like, how are you gonna know? Alright, meerkat skeleton. Let's do a little meerkat study. Get a nice proportional analysis here. There we go. We're gonna copy this image. I will get this pinned in the Pinterest board at some point, but I think right now I want to do just, oh, wait, no, cancel, no. Open image in new tab. Why is this doing this to me? Copy image. Let's try this one more time. Yes, I guess. That was weird. Okay. Boink. Boink. These sound effects are necessary in case you were wondering. All right. Quick study of the skeleton just so I can get the proportions correct, and then we're going to hop into a study of some actual meerkats. As I always say, I always recommend if you're going to do some sort of a study that you try your best to draw from observation of life, like if you're able to go to a museum, for example, and draw a taxidermied critter, or go to a zoo and draw a living critter. It's going to help. I heard that Belenta's gonna have stream sing. No, 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 no. We don't need to tell Belent. No, no, no. He has already been wildly supportive of everything that I've been doing here. No. Let's see. We celebrate every day of the month for a month. 31 birthdays. That's a lot of birthdays. That's a lot of birthdays. I don't make a huge deal out of my birthdays. That's why I don't really announce when it's my birthday. I feel strange about it. I think a couple of my mods know my birthday. I think that might be it. Maybe a couple of chatters if they're here, but that's okay. I'm trusting them not to spill the beans. 30 seconds. Oh shoot. Okay, well really quick, if anybody is sketching, you know, we're gonna just stretch during the ads. So you're not gonna miss anything if you don't have a sub. If you have a sub though, you'll be able to hear me walk through my little stretch thing that I do with folks. But all I really do when I'm doing a skeletal study is just focus on proportion primarily. If you want to do a more detailed skeletal study, feel free. But that is my main goal with doing these, is just to figure out structure. So like the rib cage, for example, like how the shoulder blades work, all that stuff. But we are about to be in an ad, so I'm going to pause on this, and we're going to do a quick stretch, and then we'll get back to this after the ads, okay? You've already sent the birthday glitter. Oh no! I thought I took away my P.O. box listing. Is that still on here? I thought I turned that off. I guess if anybody's ever won something from me, you technically have my P.O. box address, but... okay, we are going to stretch. So if you'd like to join me, if you can hear the sound of my voice, basically, what I like to do is start with posture stretch. So you're going to take your hunched shrimpage posture, right? Your hunched over keyboard or sketchbook or whatever, or phone. And if you feel your shoulders kind of rolling forward, this is a good indicator that you need to do a posture stretch. So you're gonna overcorrect. You're gonna unshrimp yourself and just make like a C shape with your back and hold for about 20 to 45 seconds. They say that is the ideal stretch time. So I'm going to arch my back, push my shoulder blades together, and hold. And you really want to flex when you do this. You don't just want to like passively put your shoulders back, but you want to actually like push them back. And keep your back arched. Don't like hurt yourself, obviously, but it should feel good. It should feel like if it feels tight, maybe you roll your shoulders a little bit, but it should help you loosen up. And you just want to hold and really flex and push, because that's going to strengthen those muscles and also keep them limber. But basically, you're just retraining your body. You're retraining your shoulders to hold your shoulders in place behind, like in the proper position. Instead of being rolled forward. So what you've done, if you're hunching, you've basically stretched out all of your muscles, and your pecs and all these muscles that would normally be here are kind of smaller. So you're kind of trying to correct that. But yeah, you're just going, or they're not smaller, they're just really tight. They're not stretched out all the way. So it might feel kind of tight when you do this in your pec area. Yeah. After you've done this for about 20 to 45 seconds, you're going to relax. Basically going to like unarch your back. So you don't want to roll your shoulders back forward, but you do want to like stop overarching. So you're going to be like this, then overarch, and then relax. And so it kind of straightens you out. So that's the first one. You sent 3 frozen pizzas to the P.O. box for the partner party. Oh my gosh. Charms. My P.O. box is this big, by the way. So if anybody ever sends something that's bigger than that, they're just, hopefully they put a little note in there. I've gotten mixed reviews on whether or not they do that still. But I guess I haven't asked in a while. My P.O. box actually is like it's nice because the post office that I use, they actually hold bigger stuff for a little bit longer, which is helpful. Because a lot of places, they'll send it back to the sender after like a week. But at this place, they're like, yeah, we keep it for a while. Which is nice. I appreciate that about them. Oh, sorry, I forgot to walk you guys through my carpal tunnel stretch, but it's basically this. Anyway, if you've been here before, you know what to do. If not, just do some wrist rotations or try and copy what I'm doing. We'll walk it through on the next one. Okay, let's get back to drawing. Thank you to anybody who sat through the ads, by the way. It does help a lot. If anybody is wanting to help with the push, I totally forgot to post this, but there's my little how to help. I should probably update that, actually, now that we're in phase 2, because I think that image is older. Maybe that's what I should do this afternoon, is make a new push image. Ah! Thank you, Marcus. I appreciate the bits, and I hope you're enjoying the epic sax music. Okay, so here is my Meerkat study, just a really quick study of the skull, the body, proportions, sort of how everything lines up. And, oh yeah, the tail. We need to make sure we do that too. Very fun little critter. Now let's do an actual meerkat. I might actually pick an image that shows a single meerkat unobstructed. It's a very cute picture, but maybe not the most helpful. Let's see what I've got here. Do I even have a solo meerkat? Oh, here's one in like almost the same pose. Could do this one. Oh my gosh. Here's one that's two babies cuddling. They're so cute. Having trouble finding one that's just like a solo. So we'll just do this one. I think this should be good. Basically the same pose as the skeleton, which will be nice. Oh, it's massive. Okay, study time. Digatana? Heck yeah. Oh my goodness. Anyone else say a Lion King? I guess what was that? Lion King 1.5? Or a Lion King 1/2? I'm not sure how they titled it. I forgot. Posing for the family picture. The one kid is holding the younger one still. Yep. Sure. Like, Junior, hold still. Alright, so I basically approach, when I do studies, I kind of approach them in a more gestural way. So I'm typically looking, again, for proportion. I'm trying to think about the dimensionality of what I'm drawing. I'm not just copying lines. We talk about this a lot during the art gym, but you basically want to try and get away from copying if you want to actually learn how to draw from imagination. So if you're somebody who's trying to improve your drawing skill, you want to do what's called increasing your visual library, right? Basically increasing the knowledge you have in your head of what things look like so that you can draw them. There's this misconception in art that artists are basically copying an image that they see inside of their head. That's not how art works. I don't know any artists who work that way. So basically what you do is you kind of like, when I'm designing creatures, I'm pulling on like years and years of knowledge from drawing animals to create those creatures. And that's sort of what you want to be cultivating in your own brain. And so if you haven't started that process of filling up your visual library, if all you've done for your entire art journey is just copying from reference, you're going to have a smaller visual library. Unless you've spent that time actually studying the reference and learning and thinking about what you're actually drawing. So not just copying these lines, but actually asking like, what is this? What am I drawing right here? Like, oh, because I've drawn animals before and I've looked at the skull and I know, okay, the skull doesn't make that shape. This is a bunch of whiskers, like a bunch of fluff, right? Creating the shape. This line right here is also, it's two different grains of fur meeting to make a point. So that's what I'm drawing there. So just, even if you are doing hyperrealism, just having that knowledge of what you're actually making, it's going to help you make better decisions while you're working. And it's going to help you really fully understand what you're creating, right? And the more you fully understand it and think about it, the more you can bring that knowledge back later when you go to draw from imagination or design something from imagination. So it's not just about copying. In fact, I would say copying is a totally different skill set than actually studying. They both have important roles to play, like the ability to be able to closely observe to the point where you can copy something really well. Still a really nice skill to have, and it's going to help you as you go along. But if you're not truly understanding what you're drawing, you're not really going to be able to draw from imagination. So it sort of depends on your end goal, what skill you want to focus on. But highly recommend doing some skeletal studies, maybe even looking at this animal from different angles so you can fully comprehend like the shape that you're seeing. Always recommend doing like a skull study of the same animal from different angles. That's going to help you a lot with proportion and actually understanding what you're drawing, right? All important stuff. Your brain brought up when I was a young warthog. Oh, now that song is stuck in my head. What have you done? I'm a sensitive soul. Guys, I was such a big Lion King fan as a kid. I wore that VH tape out. I watched that so much. So much. What was anyone else in the chat? I know we have a few other people probably in the chat who are also big Lion King fans. Curious what everybody else's childhood like. Yep, I ruined that, you know, that VHS or that DVD or whatever because I watched it so much. Marcus is just going through all of them right now. No way Disney will copy strike you. Just play Lion King. Yeah. No, they'll be fine. Disney is notoriously just super chill about their copyright. Listen, I'm not going to complain about it too hard right now because they're literally suing Midjourney at the moment for on behalf of artists everywhere. I'm like, you go Disney. Like, you be aggressive about that copyright because, yeah. Aladdin was your fave. Aladdin's a good one. Aladdin was a good one. I really liked the song that Aladdin sings at the beginning. No. Riff Raff, Street Rat. That one. Even though it's like 5 seconds long. That was always my favorite. I don't buy that. What they say about hopefully I'm far enough from the mic that you guys can't hear me. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll stop. Yeah, Broken Clock is right twice a day, exactly. Used to love the Lion King. Oh, the movie Dinosaurs. Yes, Disney's Dinosaur. I liked that a lot. I think, to be fair, I had a very strong dinosaur bias. Like, you could have put pretty much any dinosaur content in front of me as a kid, and I would have been like, yep, this is my favorite thing ever. Like, to be fair, that's also still kind of true. It's not the most untrue statement about me. But I really enjoyed that movie. I know a lot of people didn't like it. It kind of felt like, I remember when it came out, people were like, oh, it's kind of like a Land Before Time ripoff or whatever. But it's like, I don't care. The dinosaurs looked cool. Like, let me see if I can even, let me see if I can draw Aladar. I feel like I spent a summer, like, studying. I don't think I can still do it. Like, studying the way that they did the iguanodons. And I remember really liking the, like, slight ridge in Crone's face. But yeah, it's like this very, sorry, we're accessing a bit of the schema here. Yeah, I don't remember anymore. It's been too long. But I really liked them. And I just remember all the wrinkles. They look so cool. I really enjoyed watching it a lot. Dinosaurs are great fodder for creature design. Yeah, Disney's Dinosaur was great. The dinosaur TV show was peak comedy. Oh my gosh. Didn't they brought that back very briefly, I thought. Or maybe it was just reruns, but I feel like I was seeing stuff about Dinosaur, the TV show, for a little bit there. It was like it came back. Not the mama, yeah. Oh my gosh. Let's do a color study really fast here. Frying pan bonk noise. Yep. I feel like it came back out on Netflix or something, and I tried to watch some of it. I think I got through like maybe 1 or 2 episodes. Prehistoric Planet, yeah. The Dreadnoughts were a scene where they're fighting like elephant seals. That's true. They did pull from elephant seals for those. For that scene. It got added onto Disney Plus. That's what it was, yeah. So I don't have Disney Plus anymore. Well, I do for like the next little bit. But my roommate actually is the one who has Disney Plus. But will not have access to that in August. And I don't have time to take advantage of it right now. So for all intents and purposes, I do not have Disney Plus. I had access to Crunchyroll, but unfortunately I also didn't have time to take advantage of that either. Really don't have time. The only streaming service I have time for is Twitch. And even that sometimes I don't have time for. Dinosaurs in prehistoric life are just fun to draw. I need to do a study on ammonites. Yeah, they are really fun. I really want to do, if I had more time, you guys, there's so many like just little fun projects I would want to do. And I know that like not everybody's into stickers or whatever, but I seriously, like part of me kind of just wants to make like a line of prehistoric stickers. Kind of in the same style as my little Dinovember stickers, these guys. And just do like, I don't know, a series on like marine reptiles or, you know, or flying reptiles, you know, ancient, you know, just I don't know, there's some really crazy, I've actually got a list I've already put together of quite a few that I'd like to do. I certainly have enough to fill an entire 1 month challenge. Twitch Turbo is the closest, yep. Twitch Turbo is the closest thing I have to a streaming service. And even that I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to keep, to be honest. It's really nice. I mean, you know, conflicted feelings aside about paying Amazon money to be here, but it is really nice to be able to pop into a stream and not have to worry about ads, and to know that I'm still helping that creator have ad revenue by having Turbo. Because they still pay them the ad revenue, it's just that you don't have to watch the ads because you've paid for Twitch Turbo. They had like a discount for like first time signups. I think it was like $10 for the month, and I was like, all right, I'll try this. And I've had it for 2 months now, and I kind of like it. I kind of like it. And I don't want to get rid of it, but I'm about to have a lot of increased costs. So it's basically outside of Photoshop. It's the only subscription I have, and I'm not a big subscription person. I pretty much put the kibosh on any subscriptions I sign up for pretty fast. I set timers in my calendar to remind me when to cancel like 4 days ahead of time. So I definitely don't keep them long, but this is one that I would like to keep, I think, if I can. We'll see what my budget's like, though. I'm doing this in the dumbest way possible, so you guys do not do what I'm doing right now. This is like the worst way to do a study. I'm just like blobbing in these shapes without really paying attention to proportion, and it's definitely showing. You just sign up then cancel immediately. Well, yeah. I do sometimes do that too. But sometimes I have like I don't know. Like if I'm considering keeping it, I guess, like with Twitch Turbo. Yeah, that's fair. I guess a lot of them I do sign up and immediately cancel. Some of them though, like maybe it's a bad habit, but I feel like one time I did that and it canceled the subscription. Like I didn't have access anymore, and I was like, crap. That's not what I wanted to happen. So maybe that's why, I think that's why I got in the habit of doing. That might have been a long time ago. I think it's probably a little more common now to just let people have the subscription until the end of the term. Because I think it was a trial. That might have been why it was a trial. So I think I got in the habit of waiting until a little closer to cancel just in case they take it away from me. You just do it every month? Oh, no way. So every single month that you have a subscription, you sign up and then cancel immediately? And you just keep doing that? I guess that's one way to make sure you don't accidentally stay subscribed to something. So that's, yeah, it's not a bad practice. I don't think I've known anybody who's done that. It's funny. Yeah, I'm not big into that. You just let an ad running at me go, oh, right, I should redo it. Blobbing, yeah, Elfie, that's fair. Blobbing, I guess blobbing is valid. It's just, I'm not doing a good job checking for proportion with my blobs. So when I say don't copy what I'm doing, that's what I kind of mean. Like I'm getting a little caught up in the detail, like the fun parts of the study before I'm actually checking. Cause like right here, did not leave enough room for the neck, right? So his like really short He's got like a really short neck here because I didn't plan appropriately when doing this. So I'm gonna decapitate him slightly. Avert your eyes. Avert your eyes. We're decapitating a meerkat temporarily. Okay, wait. Okay, wait. No, don't worry though. He's safe. See? Look. Very safe. Very safe. This is the beauty of digital art, folks. Can't get away with this with traditional media as easily. Fix those mistakes a little easier digitally. They do like to use language that make you worried it's going to get canceled. Yeah, that's part of it too, I think, Book Snail. It did happen to me one time, though. But now that I'm thinking about it, actually, I'm like processing through it a little. I think it actually was like a trial. I don't think I had actually paid. And I think that's why it happened. But it did put in my mind, like, okay, you got to wait till a little closer just in case they take this away from you. And I think that's why I do the calendar reminders. Shark Geek, thank you so much. And thank you for coming in to help with the home stretch. Yeah, hopefully we're in the... Yeah, hopefully this is the home stretch. Right now I just have to be patient. A big part of me really wants to submit right now. And just see if they'll accept me. I'm fairly certain, though, that they would just auto-reject me if I submit it right now. I'm not even sure anybody would be looking at it. Guys, I still didn't leave enough space for this. Dang it. This is what happens when you don't plan, guys. When you don't plan, you run into these problems. All right, let's just plan now. Okay, we're doing a proportion check. But yeah, how are you doing, Shark Geek? How's the music competition going? How are you looking in the rankings? Feel free to drop that link again in either in chat or in Signal Boost or both if you would like some extra votes. If it's still going. And thanks again for dropping in. Yeah, so for anyone who's here hoping for an update on the partner push, we are in officially the final phase, phase 3, I suppose we'll call it, of the partner push, which is we've hit our minimum of 16 days. I can technically apply. That was phase 1, unlocking the application. Phase 2 was getting the minimum requirements of 16 days. Phase 3 is going to be application and wait, basically. So for as long as we're able to keep the view count up and to keep the average up, that's going to continue to impress Twitch, hopefully enough that they will accept me on the first go. That'd be awesome. I would love to be accepted on the first go round. I really want to apply right now just to see and just be like hopeful that maybe they'd accept me anyway and then it could just be over. But I don't think realistically that would be the case. I think I would get rejected and then be told to wait 2 more weeks. So that sounds heartbreaking, so I don't really want to go through that. The screamo let out after hearing your warning of amending the digital Meerkat's head. Oh no, subject. Sorry. No, we just fixed him. Yeah, exactly. Do you have to wait 2 weeks anyway? No. So I basically what I have to do is I have to wait until the 8 streams. So we've gotten our 16 streams, right? But each half of the 16, so 8 have to be in their own 30-day block, and the other 8 have to be in their own 30-day block for it to actually count. So I've got the 16. I just need to wait for them to be spaced out, basically. And the more times we can hit 75 average moving forward, the easier this line is to draw in the sand, essentially. So, if I've done my math correctly, I think once we hit the 10th or the 11th of June, it just kind of depends on where the breakdown happens with Twitch. I'm going to be keeping an eye on my analytics, but I should be able to apply on the 10th or the 11th of June, so next week. If I apply too early and they auto-reject me, because I've heard basically what they do is once you apply, they count your application date as the end of the 2nd month block, and then they backdate for 60 days to see if you have two sets of 8 that fall into each 30-day block. And if they do that, then I'll just get auto-rejected, because my first stream that hit 75 was on May 19th. It was before I started pushing. It was kind of part of what made me think maybe I could push, but it was May 19th. So that means, and it was like, I think it was like May 19th to June 9th or something like that. I think within that range were my 8 streams. Technically my 8 stream days. I think my 8 streams actually were before that, because I streamed twice a day, but supposedly they're looking at days, not streams. which is a bummer because then I would already be able to apply. Anyway, all that to say, basically the 9th to the 9th is my first month block, and then the 10th to the 10th is going to be my, I think, my second month block, if I've done the math correctly. Does that make sense? Yeah, so the 10th of July is basically going to be the end of my second month block, and I'm going to be submitting right when those 2 sets of 8 are broken up into 2 months, essentially. So I'm just going to have to watch my analytics really closely and make sure it's somewhere between the 9th and the 11th. So next week, basically. So if I can just wait 1 more week, and if we can just keep those numbers as high as possible, basically what Twitch doesn't want to see is that you hit the numbers and then everybody left. They just want to see that like people are actually interested in your stream, that you have a community. So if people want to continue to help me fool Twitch, no, I'm just kidding. I really appreciate this whole community. I just feel really weird and really bad like asking people to keep hanging out, but I do appreciate those who are able to, those who are invested in helping me meet this goal of getting on the front page and helping the Vaquita. So thank you, everybody, for being here. But that's kind of how it works. Hopefully that makes sense. Yeah. But yeah, no, I've heard that if they reject you, then they just send out like an automatic reply basically that says, "Hey, wait, you have to wait 2 weeks and then apply again." And what I don't want to happen is have to wait till the end of July. So that's basically the fear of getting auto rejected on a technicality is the only reason I haven't applied yet. Because I wrote the application last night. I got a couple people who've offered to help proofread in case I have spelling errors or give suggestions. But yeah, hopefully I'll be applying next week is the goal. Thank you, Chrissy. I appreciate that. Yeah. And again, thank you to everybody lurking. I'm overwhelmed with how many people are hanging out right now to help with this phase 3 of the push. It means a lot. And again, thanks to everybody who's like spread the word in any way by sharing posts or sharing my stream link or doing any of that stuff. It just means a lot. I will be back on, for anyone who missed this announcement, I will be back on this afternoon to do a little mini stream party. We're going to be doing a monthly art showcase. So anybody who submitted to the showcase in Discord, !showcase if you're interested. But yeah, if you submitted this last month, you had basically the way it works is you have all month to submit one piece of art per person, basically. So we can do like a best of showcase for the month of June. So we'll be looking at that today, this afternoon, and then after the showcase is over, we'll do a little mini party. I'll have some giveaways. Be letting you guys vote on emotes. We'll have a little community puzzle like we usually do in the afternoon streams. And possibly, if I have time, because we're also going to be doing, it's also Sea Slug Dragon Day today. So it's the first Wednesday of the month, which means we are doing Sea Slug Dragon Design Day in the afternoon. So I'll be doing a Sea Slug Dragon design that you guys can help me vote on a Sea Slug or pick a Sea Slug. And then if there's time left over, I might work on a little overlay, like a dance party overlay. I've been wanting to do a dance party overlay for a while, and I just keep not having time off stream. There's just so much other stuff I gotta do. But the accountability of stream does help me. So if you guys want, we might do a little, I was thinking kind of like a flailing Carnotaur with fire, like at a rave. Excuse me, that sneeze snuck up on me out of nowhere. Anyway. Those are the plans for today. So ramble. Hopefully everyone's caught up. Ice cream sandwich party. I don't have an ice cream sandwich. But if you want to bring an ice cream sandwich to the party, we do have a joke that all of the party streams are bring your own pizza party. So if anybody wants to BYO pizza, then do that this afternoon. Oh my gosh, Diana the Ashen, you are such a sweetheart. I really appreciate the raid. Thank you so much. Holy cow. It is so nice to have you here. Yeah, for once I didn't yell at you when you came in. Yes, very spooky. Thank you so much for the raid. How was your stream? What did you get up to? We are doing Meerkat studies. Happy early Meerkat Day. Tomorrow is Meerkat Day. I will not be streaming tomorrow, so I'm just celebrating a little bit early by drawing some meerkats, doing some anatomy studies. I've never actually studied these guys, so I don't know a whole lot about them. I might also do a couple of mongoose, because meerkats and mongoose are extremely closely related. They're basically like siblings in the family tree, so might do a few mongoose as well. You painted lots of muscle. Well, if you have something work safe to share, you know the routine. If you want to drop the link, feel free. You like mongoose? Yeah, they're super fun. I have a link at the top of chat if anybody wants to draw along or check out my little Pinterest board full of mongoose.
and Meerkats. But welcome in, everybody, from Diana's raid. Hey, Mike, how are you? Thank you so much for coming in on the raid. I really appreciate everybody hanging out. If anyone's not aware, I am pushing for partner right now. Here's my little blurb about that. You can help by lurking. I'm trying to get partners so that we can be on the front page of Twitch for Save the Vaquita Day. Some of you probably know this, but in case this is new to you, the vaquita is a highly endangered porpoise. I actually just took photos of this sculpture I made last year for Save the Vaquita Day. And this is going to be up on Ko-fi along with the little baby. Comes with a baby, so they come together. I just need to seal this. This sculpture is not quite sealed yet. There's a spot or two of paint that I need to fix because I painted it in the dark. So I need to just fix a couple things. And then we'll get that sealed and listed on Ko-fi. But yeah, if you want free vaquita emotes to help spread the word, we also have vaquita emotes like this one. And you can get those on the Ko-fi as well. So if you want to go over there and download those for free, there is no charge. Yeah, the goal is to get on the front page of Twitch on October 4th for Save the Vaquita Day. And that is why I'm pushing for partners. So if you'd like to help by lurking, it would mean a lot. And just let the video play and don't mute it. But let's see what Diana got up to. You've studied them a bit. Oh, that's cool. Oh man, look at these back muscles. You guys, back muscles are so hard to draw. I really struggle. I need to do more back and shoulder studies, I think. Because they're very complex. And it's like, I feel like it's like not a part of the body that you really see as often. Just like in your day-to-day. So it's just a lot to learn. But man, the lighting on this is really magical. I like how you're prioritizing the traps there, like highlighting I think those are the traps, right? See, I don't even know the names. But this looks fantastic, Diana. Thank you so much for sharing. Very, very beautiful. Just, yeah, beautiful anatomy here. Really nice. No one do back muscle exercises, so you don't have to draw them. Yeah, half kappa, yeah, for sure. No, it's definitely something we've done a back and shoulder study day before. We might need to do another one. On humans, it's hard to see. Yeah, it really is. You have to be like 0% body fat and super built to actually see all those muscles popping. So, yeah, I believe it. I believe it. Well, it looks fantastic. Thank you so much for sharing. Your lighting, as always, is just incredible. And I hope everybody had fun hanging out with Diana. And if anyone is hanging out from the raid, welcome on in. My name is Casey, if I didn't say that before. I'm a little sleep deprived again today, sorry. I need to fix my raid folder and just like consolidate all of my sea slug dragons in here too, but here's just a little, just a little like collection of the type of work that you usually will see me doing here on stream. Mostly in the afternoon is when I work on stuff like this, but I'm trying to get into book illustration, like kids books, middle grade, book covers, that kind of thing. So a lot of times when you come on stream, you'll see me working on paintings for my portfolio. Squirrel, where? But yeah, I'm trying to get better at people, so I obviously do a lot of creatures. I'm more of a creature artist, probably. But I am trying to work on like a style that I want to work in for kids. Yeah, I also have a comic that I do, !Drift, if you want to follow that. I was hoping on getting that updated this year, but I'm also getting back into conventions, so a lot of these prints I'm actually getting ready to put in a print order. Because it's, even though I have my own printer, it's still a lot cheaper to bulk order these prints at an actual shop than it is to manually print them and cut them myself. So yeah, I'll be doing a print order soon. But anyway, that's what I do. Here's my work. Thanks for coming in. Today is actually Sea Slug Dragon Day. So happy Sea Slug Dragon Day, folks. I'll be doing a Sea Slug Dragon creature design stream this afternoon. If you want to come back after the showcase, we also have a community showcase going on. And if anybody from the raid wants to join my Discord, get in on some of the community stuff, or follow me on socials, or both, there's those things. So, and if you want to help with the push, actually, we do have a command that tells you my schedule. But seriously, thank you to anybody who's decided to lurk. Thank you for giving a new streamer a chance if you did come in on the raid and decided to stick around. But yeah, this is what I do. Oh, here's a new one. You have to run to exercising. Oh, no worries. Please. Do your raid and run. Take care of yourself. Thank you for coming in. And thank you for helping with the push. It really means a lot. I super appreciate it. Hopefully one day I will be able to raid you back. But oh yeah, here, I was going to show you guys a sculpture. So I've made a sculpture of one of these guys. These are all sea slug dragons I've done over the years. I've been drawing these just as like a fun creature design prompt challenge since like 2015. because sea slugs are great. They're super inspiring. They have a lot of variety, and you can just you can do a lot of things with a sea slug. But this one in particular, I did a sculpture of. So here is that sculpture. And, oh, that's not the right cam. Not very good at streaming still, you guys. Just pay no mind. Pay no mind. But this is actually, I've decided I think this will be safe to sell online and to ship. So this is about to be listed on my Ko-fi. So if you are interested in this sculpture, go follow my Ko-fi. And you can also on Discord turn on the merch alert ping. I only use it like a couple times a year, because I don't drop a bunch of merch very often, but I am trying to get ready for Camp Chaos and for a bunch of other events this summer, so I'm trying to fill up my online shop, and this is going to be one of the things that goes in there. So if you are interested, that's how you can get it. Yeah, anyway, I do sculpting. Here's another one. This one's not painted yet. We'll probably paint it on stream eventually. But this one will only be for sale in person. Do you guys see all those little spines? It is way too fragile for me to actually ship. This would fall apart in shipping, most likely, so I do not feel comfortable sending this across any amount of distance via postal mail. So therefore, it is available only in person at conventions, or like, I guess if somebody wanted to do like an in-person drop-off sale. Okay, that's what I do. Thanks for coming in, and let's get back to the art gym. The art gym, in case I didn't say it, is just a community draw-along like study session. We invite anybody of any skill level to join in. And I'm just using it as like practice. We call it the art gym because it's like this is the less fun part of art making, is the study, drawing things you're not familiar with, learning, practicing, making bad drawings. That's why the motto is this: let's get the bad drawings out. You got to get through the bad drawings to get to the good ones. It's kind of like a workout. Your early workouts are not going to be easy, but as you go on, over time, you're going to become more proficient. And that's what we're doing. We're developing art muscle. Gotta work out the art muscles, though, if you want them to stay sharp and strong. Hey, Reiko, how are you? Thank you so much for coming in. How's it going? What's new in Reiko world? You guys, Reiko is also a streamer, by the way. If you are looking for a cool game streamer who also talks about science communication, goes over papers, talks a lot about behavior and scientific studies on human behavior, specifically in regards to conspiracy theories and why people believe crazy things. If that interests you at all, which I imagine it probably does for a lot of folks, yeah, go check out Reiko's streams. Job hunting and prepping for stream. Nice. How's the job hunt going? Still getting some interviews? I know it's such a process, but I hope it goes well. Keep on keeping on. Yeah, for sure, right, Ungoy? Yeah, I'm doing pretty well. You haven't had an interview since April? Oh, I'm so sorry. Oof, that's rough. It's horrible out there. Ugh, goodness. Well, hopefully you can find something, even if it's just like a short-term job to help make ends meet while you continue to look for something in your actual field. Good luck. Yeah, not an easy time to be looking for a job, I'm sure. But I'm sure you'll get one. That's what you get for being too overqualified. Honestly, like, real talk though, I had friends that had master's degrees that really struggled because of that exact problem. It's like, I was gonna go get a master's in education. At one point I considered anyway getting a master's in education when I was teaching, because I was like, oh, I'd like to, you know, maybe work at the college level and just have to like be a little more secure and not have to deal with parents all the time in public school. But one, I didn't want to go back into debt. And two, I had some friends that went into and got their master's degree in education, and then people just like wouldn't hire them. I had friends that would leave their master's degree off of their resume, like wouldn't make it known that they had a master's, just so that they could like be considered for roles, because yeah, people, I don't know, I guess some depending on where you're applying, potentially some places I guess they don't want to have to pay, they don't want to be expected to pay you more, or they don't think they can afford you, so they don't even bother, which was what most of the friends I had that ran into that problem did. It do be like that. Oof, I'm sorry, Reiko. Yeah, I'm sorry. This is probably hitting too close to home. But I'm sure you'll find what you're looking for. And I hope that in the meantime you just are able to find something. Good luck. You're plugged in enough, I hope, that I'm sure some good things will come your way. In the meantime, Twitch, yeah. Hey, There's worse things to spend your time on in your meantime. Yeah, if you guys aren't following Reiko, make sure that you do. Go show some support. Hang out with Reiko. Chat with Reiko. Good conversationalist. Reiko, are you... I think I've asked you this before, so I apologize. And if you need to go, don't let me keep you. But are you part of the Knowledge Fellowship? And if not, is it something that you've considered doing? I know they have their own Discord. I think Rocket Sage put it together. But there's a lot of cool folks that I've found because of that. You're in their Discord, but you haven't done the application thingy. Okay. Cool. I don't know if that would be useful or not, but I feel like you'd be a good fit. Yeah, they're all cool. Yeah, one of my favorite streamers actually that I hang out on their stream a lot, outside of course Art and Science Twitch, is Shane McInnes. I don't know if you've interacted with Shane at all, but I think he talks a lot about philosophy and stuff on his streams too. I feel like you guys would have interesting conversations. He's a big history guy. Yeah, I am really approaching this in the worst way possible. I hope nobody is learning from this terrible example, because I am doing all the mistakes that you're not supposed to do. I'm getting caught up in the details too fast. I'm not doing my proportions. I'm not checking. It's definitely maybe it's kind of a do as I say, not as I do sort of a stream, which I hate. Absolutely hate that. Here, let me just try and be a little better here. There we go. There. Slightly fixed my problem. Not completely, but slightly. So if anybody is waiting to do the show and tell piece, let me just see if we have a ton of people. I might let me just check. Wait, I don't think it's too many. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so yeah, not too bad. We are going to be looking at any studies you guys have done, whether it's a Meerkat or if you chose to do something else, totally fine. You never have to do what I am doing, but if you want to be a part of the showcase, we will be looking at those in probably about 10 minutes, so around 11 a.m. Mountain Time. So just keep that in mind if you are wanting to be a part of it today. I was gonna draw plants, but instead launched a video game. Hey! That is how it goes sometimes. That is how it goes. But you know what? Maybe you need to give yourself a brain break. The plants will always be there. I mean, to be fair, the video game will probably always be there too. But what game? I'm curious. If you feel like sharing. If you've already started playing, don't let me distract you. I might actually, that's another thing I need to write down to do. Maybe we'll take a vote this afternoon as well on what game I should play. Because we haven't done an art game stream in a while. Mostly because of the push. I was really afraid to do like an off-schedule stream over the last month. But now that we're through and we've got the 16 required stream days, maybe I'll do like a random game stream the next time my roomie's out of town. Maybe this month sometime. She's been sort of really busy with all the move and things on Sundays. I haven't really seen her most Sundays the last couple weeks, so maybe we'll do that. You were trying to find some of your old characters on the Realism server. I've never played Path of Titans. I think it's on my list. Oh, let me see if my thingy works. I made a new command thingy. Does that work? Let me click. Does that take you to my... So it should take you to a place where you can see the wish list of like things people have recommended. So if you go to the... Yeah. Okay, so, but it also shows you my library. I actually have a question. If anybody clicks that link, I have my profile set to private, but I don't know if it extends to this. Privacy settings, yeah. I have it set to where you should only be able to see the titles. But you shouldn't be able to see like my most recent time played. So if anybody clicks that... Oh, we're friends on Steam, so I wouldn't be able to tell. Oh, that's right. If anybody is able to click that, who isn't a friend on Steam. I'm just curious if I did the privacy settings right, because I feel kind of weird having like my playtimes and stuff out there. I don't know why, I just feel strange about that. Like I don't want people to be able to see when I'm on Steam. I don't play Steam very often, but I just feel kind of strange about that being public information for some reason. So I have it set to private, but I'm curious if people can see. So Shark Geek, you can see the list, but you can't see, can you see my recently played or my play hours? Or whether I'm online. I'm just curious if I set the privacy settings correctly. So if anyone's able to help me test that by clicking that link. How much of a gamer she is. No, I'm really not. Like, my last played game... Okay, other than Book of Travels, I did open up Book of Travels when I was dog sitting for somebody this past weekend. But other than Book of Travels, my last played game is December 8th. Like, I don't use Steam that often, so it's not like a huge issue. But I just feel strange about it. I don't know why I feel weird about it. Just achievements. Okay. Mike says looks good. Thanks, Mike, for checking out. Thanks, Sharky. No recently played. Okay. But you can see my wish list and you can see my library, right? Like you can see games I've already got. Because I'm hoping on a little bit of squirrel, yeah. But I'm hoping that this will help whenever we do. The reason I want this to be publicly viewable is like people do have asked me to play games. And I want to be really specific about the types of games that I play on Twitch. Like, I still really want them to be, like, art-centric games. I do want this to be, like, an art channel. Like, you can come here expecting conversations about art. Whether it's, like, what I'm drawing or an event we're doing. I do still want that to be kind of the main thing. So, like, when we play games and people are like, oh, like, we want to do a game stream, I can say, hey, go look at the wish list or go look at my library. And what game would you like to watch me play? So far we've played Journey, we've played Dordogne, and we've played part of Okami. We haven't finished Okami. So that could be something that we could vote on. But if there's any games in there that you guys feel like would be really fun to watch on stream, let me know. Whether it's just something in my library or if it's like something on the wish list. You love High Render Fur? Oh, thank you. Yeah, I appreciate that. Welcome back, Amaze. Welcome back. Thank you, Shark Geek. I'm glad that you like the fur too. Yeah, I kind of like the brushy texture. It tends to be my go-to when I'm doing like a color study. It's a lot of fun. You can see the wish list and the library. Okay. I do think Path of Titans would be a fun game for me to play, at least on those RP realism servers. Ties into art because, well, it's artistic interpretation. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. There's a few games on here. Like if I pull this over here really fast. If I get to the wish list anyway, because I don't think I own these games yet, but there's quite a few dinosaur games out there. So like this one, oh, it's on sale right now. Paleo Pines. It's at the top of the list because people keep telling me to play this, and it does look very cute. And you get to be a Parasaurolophus rider, which is so cool. It's my favorite dinosaur. I think it's just like Stardew Valley, basically, but with like look at this little guy. He's so cute. A Parasaurolophus. But I've never actually played like Animal Crossing or Stardew Valley or any of these like farming cozy sim games, I guess. So I wouldn't have any experience with like the mechanics of this game. But like that's a game that people keep telling me to play. And another one is Prehistoric Kingdom is another one that's like would be kind of fun. Since we do talk about animals a lot, I feel like I could probably make an exception a little bit for that maybe one time, but anyway, if there's other games you guys recommend, you can always recommend me games and I can add them to the wish list. So the wish list, if you go in there, is like mostly games people have recommended me. But I pretty much don't buy a game unless it's like 90% off. And even then, right now I'm kind of on a purchasing freeze. I don't have any extra cash. So we're pretty much stuck with what I've already got. Unless somebody has like a code they want to give me or something. But there's also Hollow Knight. Somebody gifted me Hollow Knight, and I think that might be a fun one. Because the art on that game is really pretty too. But I've heard it's also a very hard game to play, like mechanically. So, never pay full price, yeah. Dinosaur Zoo game that's not Jurassic Park. I know, right, Dracon? Yeah. Yeah, Prehistoric Kingdom looks really fun. It's basically like, it looks like it's basically Zoo Tycoon, but with dinosaurs. And I'm really into that, so. Hollow Knight is an exceptional game, but very difficult for non-gamers. Yeah, I feel like the whole stream would just be me struggling, is my fear, if I were to play Hollow Knight. But I was gifted a code to it by a very generous viewer, so I do kind of want to honor that. That doesn't mean just because you gift me a game that I am going to play it, of course. Like, I do still like want it to be, or at least not on stream. I might play it off stream. But yeah, I kind of want to keep it, I don't know, mostly art games, like artistic games, I suppose. Someone that struggled with Ori and the Blind Forest, I will not play Hollow Knight. Oh no! Recriner Ori is on my list too. Ori is on my list too. Did you hear the recording of a simulated parasaur honk? I have, yeah. Honestly, there's a good chance I heard that on the stream. You might have, Sharky. Either here or maybe paleontologizing, but yeah. Yeah, I think we've watched it here too. I have heard that. It's one of my favorite videos that I learned about from Danny. It makes me laugh every time. Ori is pretty, but sometimes you need to be very precise. Yeah, it does look really pretty though. Like, I think I would just enjoy running around and looking at that game. That's actually part of why I kind of want to show you guys Book of Travels. It's just a pretty game to exist in. Like, part of me was thinking if we do like a partner party, that maybe we will do a partner party if and when, I suppose I should say, I get partner, but I was kind of thinking of doing like a combination art and game stream and showing you guys some of Book of Travels, because I think that would be really cool. I have a pretty strict rule about like no games on this PC. Like, I don't do any gameplay here, but I would make an exception for the partner party. Maybe I would download Steam just for the day, play that, and then take it off. Because I really do better if I can totally separate my game and my art, like my relaxation and my art uses of technology. So like, I try not to even like watch YouTube videos here. I try really hard to stay focused and make this my workstation. It just helps me a lot to compartmentalize like that. But, you know, if we do hit that partner goal and I'm able to, I might make an exception. Love a good zoo game. Zoo Tycoon 2 is one of your favorite games. I've never played that one. I've only played the original Zoo Tycoon. Pretty accurate with some of the dino information. Oh, interesting. I think I saw playthroughs of Zoo Tycoon 2, but I don't own that one. Yeah, it is pretty, Michael. Yeah. Oh, Michael, if you're still in chat, Michael Howards. You guys, Michael Howards is going to be at Denver FanX. If you guys are going to Denver FanX, you should definitely go stop by Michael's booth. There's also a few other people that we know that are going to be there. Steve Nigerian's going to be there. I believe Anthony Wheeler is going to be walking around too. If anyone knows some other streamers here on Twitch that are going to be there, let me know. I'm going to be walking around, at least for Thursday and Friday. Maybe only part of Thursday. I haven't decided yet. But definitely Friday. So hopefully I can come visit. Table A 1111. Wait, hold on. 1116. I don't know why that was so hard for me. It's an older game though, so some of the information is bound to be a bit outdated. Yeah, for sure. I mean, Zoo Tycoon is like that, definitely. If you look at the original Zoo Tycoon and some of the dino info, it's like, oh. that is terribly incorrect. Yeah, if anyone's going to be at Denver FanX, keep an eye out. maybe I'll be able to say hi. I wasn't able to get a table there, unfortunately. I got rejected again. Perpetually rejected when it comes to Denver FanX especially. But one of these days, I'm going to keep applying. I really need to pay attention to, because I think the way it works now, and maybe somebody in chat can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the way it works now is like people will re-sign up at the end of the show, and then they have open sign-ups for like 3 days after the show, and then they all fill up, essentially. So I'm going to try this year to be super proactive and just like hound the website and apply for next year's Artist Alley. Maybe I'll get back in. That'd be super cool if I could. Who knows what'll be going on next year, but if I could at least get a spot, that'd be great. To me. And yeah, thanks again for everybody who's hanging out. We're going to have an ad break in like 5 minutes, and then after the ads is when we will get into the show and tell piece. I didn't actually manage to do, or to do a study of the mongoose. I kind of wanted to do some of those, but that's okay. That's okay. I do think I've gotten what I need to out of this one, though, I'm not going to lie. So I'm going to do a couple of like quick gesture studies of these little guys, because I think they're really cute. And then if anyone has any art to share, you can always drop it in the Discord in the art gym section. If you don't have a study to share, that's okay. You can still hang out. We also just have like general art shares as well. So if you made something, or if you have something you want to show that's not a study, put it into art share or works in progress share. If you're not sure the difference between a study and a like just something drawn using reference, then check out the pins in the art gym channel, or you can always ask a mod. But yeah, we try to keep the show and tell part of the art gym specifically focused on foundational art studies, like something not drawn from imagination. That's kind of the general blanket request. It's not like you'll be banned or anything if you accidentally do something else, but we just want to try and make this a space where people feel encouraged to do the tough work, the less fun stuff of art making. Although I will say, if people really like doing character art, there's this fantastic monthly challenge going on right now that a lot of you are familiar with. We've been talking about it a little bit. But it's called Art Fight. It's called Art Fight. And we have a section in the Discord now where you can drop your Art Fight link. It's pinned in general. So if you're having trouble finding it, just check the pins in general. And you'll see the thread for the profile links and a place to post your art attacks. Always a good time. Hey, crispy friend, how are you? It's your first time in here. Oh my gosh, well, thank you so much for dropping in. How are you doing? I'm doing pretty well. We're doing some Meerkat studies today. It's a Meerkat Day tomorrow, so happy early Meerkat Day. And I thought we'd celebrate by doing some fun little studies of these little critters. I was going to do some mongoose, but I think I overestimated how much time I would have. So, we're just doing a couple here. I really want to focus on like their unique head shape. They've got like almost like a foxy sort of a pointed nose, which I think is kind of fun. I love their little bandit masks. Doing well? You love meerkats? Well, you're in the right spot. Happy, like I said, happy early Meerkat Day. Did you know that meerkats and mongoose are closely related? Because I did not know that until yesterday. Or if I did, I forgot until yesterday, because I was reorganizing my Pinterest board this past week. Doing some stress organization. Sometimes it's a nice little productive procrastination thing for me. And then I was like looking at one Zoom and I was like, oh, these guys are actually like really closely related. They're in the same branch of the family tree. So I included mongoose in the topic for today if anybody wanted to draw some mongoose. But for the art gym, you can also just draw other stuff. Like you don't have to do a study of the thing that I'm doing a study of. We just ask that you, if you're going to do a part of the share and tell, that it be a study. But we're going to get into that in just a few minutes. Right after the ads, actually. So, let's, there we go. Little cute guys. I just love a pile of... I just love that there's just a little pile of these guys. They're so cute. I'm gonna put this little guy's head right here. Move him over slightly so I can draw his little arms. Happy Watercolor Wednesday. Is that a thing? That sounds fun. Speaking of watercolor, if anybody missed it in the Discord, I am going to be doing a co-stream with a fantastic watercolor artist. Some of you know, Margot Simone Art here on Twitch. If you want to go give her a follow. But I'm really excited. I'm hoping I'll be able to learn some fun watercolor techniques by working alongside Margot. Margot is very proficient at watercolor. Meanwhile, I am a total noob. So maybe I can change that. We'll see. I know, right? Aren't they cute? Crazy, yeah. It is a little meerkat huddle. Precious baboos. They look like little pandas in my little studies here. Here we go. Okay, ads are going to be starting here in just a second. Oh, Big Gamey, congrats on second, by the way. Right at the end of stream, somebody finally redeemed second. Good job. We are going to meet an ad for a second, so I'm going to do a stretch break. If you can hear the sound of my voice, feel free to stretch along. If you are going to be stuck in ads and you want to support the stream, the ad revenue does actually help quite a bit. So if anyone is able to lurk through the ads, if you're already lurking for partner, it's basically the same thing for ads. So if you're able to support, I really appreciate it, but no worries if you're not. I understand. Yeah, let's do a stretch. So if you can hear the sound of my voice, we're going to arch the back, push the shoulder blades together, and hold for about 20 seconds. 20 to 45 is what they say is like a good range for a stretch. So if you want to do that, feel free to join me. Holding and flexing while you hold is very important for working out those little tiny muscles in your neck and shoulders and in your back. Those are those little structural deep tissue muscles that are going to help kind of hold and pull your shoulders back into place along with your larger muscles on the, I guess, outer layer of muscle. So by arching your back and pushing and flexing those shoulder blades together, it's going to help you over time correct any bad posture issues. The reason I'm working on my posture is because I don't want to have back pain when I'm older. So I'm trying to work on that now. So you can do some shoulder rolls, do some neck rolls, maybe hold your head to the side for 10 seconds on each side or something. Maybe 20 seconds is better. Anyway, I just use the ad counter to count down my time. And then after the 20 seconds are over, you basically unarch your back. And what that's going to do is put you in a more upright position. So you're going from this hunched over, shrimped posture, as we say, to an overcorrection, and then relaxing. And then if you want to join me in a carpal tunnel stretch, hey Paleo, I'll let you know after the ad just in case anyone else is curious. I'm not sure if you can hear me, but just in case people are stuck in ads, I'm going to wait till after the ad to answer your question. But you're going to take your hand for the carpal tunnel stretch and hold it out like this, and then rotate it to point your fingers at the floor. And then you take your other hand, gently pull those fingers and your thumb, if you can get that in there too, toward your body. And this is going to help basically limber up those tendons in your forearm, your hand, your wrist. If you're having any kind of wrist pain, finger numbness, finger pain, tingling, those are all signs, like early signs of repetitive use injuries, such as carpal tunnel. So this is supposed to be a way to really help prevent injuries and maybe even reduce pain and tingling if you already have carpal tunnel. Art and Jest, hello! Stretching your hypey hands. Thank you for those bits. Art and Jest, how are you? We were just talking about Camp Chaos earlier. It was so fun hanging out with you yesterday for the opening ceremonies, very ceremonial ceremonies. Thank you for coming in. Yes, we're just wrapping up some Meerkat studies here at the art gym. Folks, if you're not already following Art and Jest, sorry, I'm doing a carpal tunnel stretch, but as soon as I'm done, we're gonna get you a shout out. There we go. Yeah, if you guys aren't following Art and Jest is our fearless leader, for the Camp Chaos sessions. Thank you so much for putting all that together. I know that's a ton of work for you and the mods and everybody who helps organize. But yeah, it's like a Twitch-wide, month-long camp session, I suppose. It's got those summer camp vibes. And Art and Just community is awesome, and I'm really excited to, hopefully, for those who weren't a part of my community last year when I did Camp Chaos, maybe you can join in this year. My session, there's the Chaos link if you want a link to Art and Just Discord, and I just updated these yesterday, so it's actually good that I can test them out. But there's !camp is the one you can use for my stream to figure out what my day is. So there's the event right there. I also have an event in my Discord if anyone wants to join, and click interested on the event, and that way you can get a ping when I'm live. But yeah, go follow Art and Jest. Always a good time over there. Art and Jest raises a ton of money to help like amazing charities. Like the one that you were talking about yesterday. It brought a tear to my eye. It was so sweet. Just you know, helping kids that have experienced grief and loss recently, like have a camp experience and be around counselors at the camp and just kind of like around other kids who've lost a loved one recently, and just be able to have like a fun time and process grief. It's just very sweet things like that. Like, I'm not sure how you find these amazing charities, but they're just so kind. Another one that comes to mind was like a charity that makes blankets for kids experiencing homelessness, I think it was, or experiencing some kind of like struggle. Just a lot of stuff that helps kids, first of all, which I think is really cool. For those who don't know, I used to be an elementary school art teacher, so I definitely have a soft spot in my heart for kids who are going through a hard time. But anyway, Art and Just is amazing. You guys should follow. The Linus Project. Yes. They're both from art. Yes. Yeah. You find such amazing folks. Yeah, so anyway, thanks for putting that all together. All the work of the amazing team. And yeah. No, I mean, you are definitely the hype train leader for the Camp Chaos, though. Don't sell yourself short. But yeah, you guys should go follow Brenda over at Art and Just, and think about joining in on some hype for Camp Chaos. I believe, like I was saying earlier, we were talking about how you guys are still looking for a few camp ambassadors. So if anyone's interested in getting involved and helping kind of set the tone for anybody, you don't have to keep throwing bits at me. Thank you, Brenda, for the bits. I appreciate that. But yeah, go join the Discord and see how you can get involved for Camp Chaos. I think they're still looking for a few people to sign up. So anyway, it's a good time, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to a whole bunch of sessions. Let's all talk about the adorable Meerkat. Yeah. Oh, somebody did ask. Thank you for the bits. But yeah, somebody was asking. I think it was Paleo. What's the update on the partner push? So for anybody who missed that, basically, I am in phase 3. So we've completed the minimum requirements for the partner push. I actually worked on my application until about 10 p.m. last night, and I'm going to be applying. But the thing is, we're basically in the waiting. We're in the hold and wait pattern. So like the views and the lurks still help a lot and still count, but we've hit the minimum of 16 days required to apply. And basically, I just have to wait for those first 8 days to fall into their own month before I can apply, because they ask you to have 2 months that have 8 streams each, or 8 days of streaming each that have 75 plus viewers. So my 8th day of that got that was, I think it was June 9th, and so my month is going to be ending on the 9th. So as soon as we get to the 10th of June or July, that should be my 2nd month. Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense. But anyway, the point is, we're in phase 3, the home stretch. Once I can't apply until the 2 months are backed up together, and that 8 streams are in each one. And so that should happen if I've done my math right, which I'm terrible at math, but that should happen on June 10th. So basically, we just have to hold the numbers and wait. So 1 more week, yeah. So basically, after today, 3 more days of streaming. So next Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and then I just have to apply on the 10th, I think is how it's going to have to work. So hopefully just like 3 more days of streaming after today until I can apply. And again, thank you to everybody who showed up early to help with the numbers, who's raided in, because raids count now. People who've been lurking, people who've been spreading the word. It's been extremely overwhelming. We're doing the art gym right now for anybody who's popping in, but for my camp session, I'm actually going to be doing something called Character Camp. So Character Camp is is something that we do. We actually didn't do that this month because I didn't think I'd have time because of the push, but we were doing it in May and a little bit in April. And we're going to be doing it again this month. So next week we're doing character camp where chat gets to submit words and then I will do a character design. It's another draw along and then we get to like show it off at the end of stream. And it's been a lot of fun doing those, and that's actually what I'll be doing for Camp Chaos as well. So if anybody wants to join for that, it's going to be on the 28th of July. So mark your calendars. But hopefully that was a good update for you, Paleo. I'm going to go get into the art gym section of the Discord now. Just do a quick scroll through to make sure there's nothing not work safe. That's the only ask that I have when people share stuff, is that they only share things that are work safe. Especially right now during the partner push, it's really important that I don't do anything sussy because staff is going to be looking at my streams, possibly joining in on streams live. And I just want to make sure that everything here is kosher for if they are considering me either for, you know, partner or for Artist Alley. I also applied to Artist Alley at TwitchCon. Why couldn't I think of the name? I'm so tired. So who knows? Maybe if they come in to consider me for Artist Alley and they see that there's people here, maybe you guys are actually helping me get into Artist Alley as well. I don't know. I've never been to California. It would be a great excuse to go. I'd really like to make it, and I really appreciate everybody's support. Yeah, hopefully I can go. Have you ever been, Art and Jest? I don't know. I only know a few people who've been, but everybody says it's a good time. I just want to meet more art streamers. I know there's a ton of people that go to TwitchCon that I've never had the chance to like hang out with here on Twitch. Or maybe just like, you know, artists are notoriously shy and a little bit like introverted, I guess. And so we don't tend to socialize well. And I don't know. I know that there's a lot of artists who stream at like weird times that I don't see and I'd love to interact with. It's in the US. That's true. That's true. Well, there are some Canadian artists that come too, but yeah, fair. It's a totally different country. Yeah, traveling right now from Canada, I'm sure is like not the best. Yeah, fair. Well, maybe one day. But yeah, I'll go and I'll represent. I'll go represent. TwitchCon San Diego was so much fun, says Midi Mew. Were you there last year? A lot of really talented artists. I bought some nice things. Nice. Yeah, I was actually thinking of doing like an art gym type thing at TwitchCon. I wasn't able to put this in my TwitchCon application, really. I did kind of sneak it into my partner application, so we'll see. Maybe that's not cool. I don't know. But I want to do this thing where I make art gym stickers. I'm hoping to do that soon, actually, on stream. And it'll be like little Chibi Casey, like, I don't know, doing like deadlifts with a paintbrush. And it'll be like, art is pain, or like no pain, no gain, or like, do you even art, bro? I have a whole list, actually. Yeah, I have a whole list of things people have suggested, and I want to do like a series of stickers of like maybe a couple different versions and then hand them out at TwitchCon. And my idea would be that people could come up to my booth and I'd say, hey, because I've heard there's like a giant, like the Pog lizard or whatever. What is it? This guy? Oh wait, it's not showing up. Pog. This one, PogChamp. Yeah, PogChamp. I've heard they have a giant sculpture of PogChamp, and so I figure an easy thing to send people after if they don't know what to draw would be like, hey, go draw PogChamp, and then come back and show me, and I'll give them like some tips on how to do observational drawing. And if they come back at any point during the con to show me an observational drawing, I will give them an art gem sticker for free. And I think that'd be really fun. Strap a GoPro to your forehead for us all. You know, I would love to stream from there too. I don't really have an IRL rig, but maybe I'll look into like, I don't know. I don't want to get ahead of myself because like, I don't even know if I got in. I may not have gotten in. I've heard it's really competitive, but I think it'd be really fun to do something like that. So, hey Fabian, welcome in, welcome in. It's good to see you. Thank you so much for joining. How are you doing? We were just talking about TwitchCon and how I really want to go. But I don't know if they're going to accept me. We'll see. We'll see. It'd be really cool to have a booth there. I'm not getting my hopes up. I've been rejected from almost every convention I've applied. Actually, no, I've been rejected from every convention I've applied to since 2020. So I don't have high hopes, but maybe. Maybe next year to TwitchCon Europe. Oh man, I've never done a convention overseas. I've never done a convention outside of the state, so I'm gonna start there. But we'll see. We'll see. I'll keep you guys posted. But again, thank you for lurking. It's potentially, who knows, maybe it'll help them consider me for TwitchCon. You just got your rejection from New York City Comic Con. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. Hugs for you, Midi Mew. Yeah. It's tough to get into these things. Rejection, we talk about it a lot around here. It's just kind of part of the art journey. You just have to get used to hearing no and taking it well, because it's very easy to internalize a no and take that as a self-worth thing, and that's just not the case. It's just not the case. Okay, I am going to get into the Discord now. And we're going to go check out some work that you guys did. If you are a streamer, just let me know so that we can shout you out when we get to your piece. I do request that everybody who submits, again, one more time, to ArtGem is doing something that is work safe. It doesn't have to be a Meerkat. It can be anything done from observation. But basically, I'll just show everything below my cloud study from yesterday, because we did clouds yesterday for ArtGem. And then, yeah, anything that's been posted since yesterday is what we will look at. But please do be respectful. And if myself or Mod asks you to move something, yeah, please do. Okay. So, let's get down to business. Okay, John Kelly has a little bit of a joke cloud study here. A little bit of sneaky fan art there. But push through the ugly phase. Yes, that is an important thing to remember, especially when you're doing painty things like clouds. Is like nature clouds, I should say, is that they have kind of an ugly phase, right? They're going to be very blocky. They're going to be very like blobby looking, and you just got to keep working through it. And eventually, a lot of times you'll end up with something you really enjoy. Tornado when clouds go bad. Oh my gosh, these are so funny. We have Cloud here from Final Fantasy VII. But I like that you actually did studies here. Can you guys even see this? Let me make it smaller so you can actually see. Is that better? Let me check my OBS. There we go. You guys can actually see the whole thing now. But I like that you did different types of clouds and like took notes on the different types of brush strokes that were involved, or different types of mark making in this case, since this looks like a traditional study. But these are great. I love your stratocumulus right here. Really nice lighting on those. And really nice volumetrics on all of them, actually. They look really nice. Thank you so much for sharing. Oops, I clicked the wrong button. Hold on. Let's get back to ArtGem. There we go. Okay. So yeah, this looks fantastic, John. Thank you so much for sharing. Very, very funny with the cloud. Here, let's find a cloud. Cloud. And thank you for working out with us today at the ArtGem. Again, this is the whole point of the ArtGem, is to do studies, to encourage one another to sit down and do the less fun part of art making, which is not the imaginative drawing. It is, for most of us anyway, it's actually the study part, the part where you're skill building. It's a little more monotonous, maybe is the word. But this looks great. We have one from Clem doing some cloud shape studies here. Some really nice, like, wispy, almost like wispy clouds. These are really interesting shapes that you were able to pull out of your studies. Lovely to see. Lovely to see. And of course, you don't have to share your reference with us, folks, but it can be helpful to see the reference just so that we see where you stylized or like what kind of decisions you were making. And it can be really inspiring too, because like Clem probably made some decisions here that like I wouldn't think to make, but I like the effect of them as always. I'm not sure if it's a funnel cloud. This looks like it might be, yeah, like an early tornado, like a funnel cloud perhaps. But this looks great. Thank you so much, Clem, for sharing. I appreciate you. Moving on down to Miss Art Rules. Looks like we have a little Meerkat study. So cute. In watercolor, no less, folks. As always, it's always fun to see traditional studies. My goal, after we're through the partner push, and I feel like I can be a little less like regimented with what I stream. Like during the partner push right now, even though we're in phase 3, we're in the home stretch. I still kind of want to keep things very like regular here, like very expected, I suppose, just so that people know when to be here, they know what to expect, and I don't really want to break my mold too much. But once the partner push is over, I definitely want to do more traditional media stuff. I want to like bust open my watercolors like Miss Art Rules here and actually do some studies in watercolor. I'm hoping that when I do my co-stream with Margot Simone, that I can get my feet wet a little bit, as it were, and sort of get more comfortable with watercolor. So I'll be doing that, I think, on the 15th. I believe it's the 15th of July. But again, you can always check the events in the Discord here up at the top. There's an event section. You can click that and click interested if you want pings when any of my special events this month are live. But Miss Art Rules, this looks great. Really nice proportion on the head to body ratio. Really nice attention to values. Really nice details. This looks fantastic. It's been really fun watching your journey. I love the wood texture you got with these different colors that you used for the watercolor. Is there a date for the co-stream? Yes, the 15th, AJ. And again, if anybody's in the Discord and wants to, you can click events here and you can scroll down to whichever one. I've got the watercolor co-stream right here. So you can click interested and that will give you a ping whenever that's live. I've also got one for this afternoon for the showcase. If you were in the showcase or you just don't want to miss it, click interested for that too. I just made these events, I think, yesterday. So people may not know that they're there, but feel free to check them out. Here's one for Camp Chaos on July 28th. So you can always also check the stream schedule if you want to see my calendar. But yeah, this looks great, Miss Art Rules. Thank you so much for participating and inspiring us with your watercolor study. Lovely. Dracon. We have a study from Dracon. Never really realized that mongooses had such odd pupils. They're almost like goat eyes. Oh yeah, I guess they are. Oh no way. That's weird. They do have somewhat horizontal pupils, don't they? That is bizarre. I didn't notice that either. See, that's a good attention to detail right there from Dracon. Really paying attention and not just drawing like a typical like your schema of what an eye looks like, but actually looking at the reference and taking notes. So now next time you go to make a meerkat, or a mongoose I should say, you probably will remember that detail that you would not have thought of otherwise. This is part of the importance of doing studies. Taking mental notes, learning from what you're drawing, thinking about structure, thinking about what you're drawing as a three-dimensional object, trying not to copy from the reference, but actually transition your brain into thinking about it as a study, as a learning, like how am I forming this thing that I'm drawing? What makes up the pieces? How is it put together? That's why you see these little shapes drawn inside of the body. It's not because there's actual circles here, but Dracon is taking note of like where the arms meet the shoulders, right? Or where the neck meets the torso, and trying to understand the anatomy. This is a great example of doing excellent studies. Really nice job with all of these. These look great. Thank you so much for sharing, Dracon. Very, very cool. Yeah, schema. Oh, it has an H in there. It's interesting because only mongoose have those types of pupils between the two. I wonder why. Did you find anything out about why? Out of curiosity, Dracon? That's interesting. I always thought that was like an herbivore thing. Yeah. Interesting. Sedulos. We have Sedulos here. Says, I've bought some old antique newspapers with very neat etchings and I did a study of some details to try and replicate the rendering. Ooh, this is a very cool study. So it's a little bit of a style study in a way, because you're studying something that another artist drew. But the fact that you took careful notes of like how to do this hatching and like did a little value, like this is fantastic way to break down and understand technique. Like this is like, if anybody's wanting to learn technique, this is a good way to do it. So taking notes, you can see these awesome notes here on the different types of like hatching and etching marks that they noticed, and then applying that to some basic objects to understand value, to understand how to imply that stuff, and then a little hand study here using those techniques. This is a fantastic example of a good way to do a style study. We've talked about doing style studies here before. I'm still kind of on the fence about how I would want to implement that, but this is a great way to do that. You don't just want to stop at the study of the actual person's style. You want to actually try to apply it in a basic foundational sense, and then apply it in your own art and just see how, and this is basically the check for understanding stage. So we haven't talked about that much today, but one of the things you should be doing when you're doing studies, if you want to really like drive the point home, I love this. This is great. A great workout here, Sedulos. Is that don't just like do a couple studies and then move on. Once you've done like say a bunch of these meerkats from different and mongoose from different angles, go step to the side, don't look at a reference, and see if you can actually draw a mongoose or a meerkat after doing multiple studies from different angles of trying to understand the anatomy. And when you do that, when you try to apply what you've learned, it's actually going to show you the like gaps in the knowledge, like the places where maybe you didn't have understanding. And it'll show you where to go back and do some more studies. So this is basically the application or the check for understanding part of this study, which is excellent to see. Sorry, that just kind of set me off on a little teaching moment there, but really important to make sure that you are checking for understanding when you're practicing a new skill. And again, we haven't said this in a while, but I believe pretty strongly that drawing is a skill. It's not this magical inborn thing. It is literally something you have to practice and practice correctly, because practice can also make permanent bad habits, right? But practice makes, practice makes not perfection, but it makes proficiency over time. And the only way to develop a proficiency in a skill is to practice it, and that's what the art gym is all about. So thank you so much, Sedulos, for sharing that. And this is a very cool etching also. I take it this is the reference, yeah. Yeah, these are really cool. Old school etchings are very impressive works of art. Yeah, for sure. Corzi, or Corizi, I'm not sure which one, but did this lovely little scruffy meerkat study. Your first ever meerkat and just mammal that you've done. Oh, no way. This is your first ever mammal? I think you nailed it, honestly. Oh, we have a draw me an animal from Jason Enos. Okay, let me get through the showcase and we'll end with that. Okay, Jason. Thank you for submitting. If we have a draw me an animal, so folks, don't give it away any hints in the chat, but I'll be trying to guess what that is and draw it in a few minutes. This looks great. Crazy, this looks awesome. I love your fur texture, and you did a really good job with the values too. Like, this does not feel flat. Like, if you look closely, the lines bend slightly on the nose, right? In the direction that the fur would be moving toward the face. Yeah, so look at the direction of the lines. It's not just blobs. Like, these are very intentional marks that are describing the volume of the shape. Okay, it's almost like you're seeing them describe the spherical shape of the head. Lovely, lovely attention to detail with this. Fantastic. Really, really like it. Yeah. Since doing these sketches, you notice you've gotten faster at drawing. That's awesome. The new program helps with that too. Yeah, studies are gonna build a lot of skills. That's awesome. Oh, it's ! Animal. Miss Art Rules. Thank you. Yeah, that's where you can find the rules for drawing an animal. Just about basically just no hints in chat. You should only be able to 1 or 2 sketches during that. That's awesome, Dracon. That's exactly the type of skill building that I'm talking about. This is why art is a skill. It's not just a skill. It's a skill in a couple of ways. It's a skill with developing your visual library, developing your basic understanding of drawing. It's also a skill with hand-eye coordination, motor skills. It's like a basic, like, training your hand and your brain to work together. And it's also an observational skill. So it's like all these things coming together. You're training your eye to look closely at things, and your brain is starting to understand how to translate that to motions in your hand. No, you're all good, Miss Art Rules. No worries. But yeah, this is fantastic. Crazy. I'm sorry, I keep saying it. I think I have a little bit, guys, my dyslexia is so strong lately. My undiagnosed dyslexia. I feel like I have been struggling with that a lot more lately. Corzi, I think. Thank you so much. Bribowette. Bribowette is here doing some studies. These look so good, Bribowette. Thank you so much for sharing. Oh, I love this. This almost has like an etching sort of a mark making style. It does. I think it's digital, but it's very, very pretty. Man, I really love these. I like that you did like a sitting pose, like a headshot. You did the standing pose. This looks familiar. These are fantastic. You guys, Bribowette also streams, if you didn't know that. It's very sneaky when they stream. It's not always easy to catch, and I don't know when their next stream is going to be, but make sure you follow Bribowette too. Fantastic painter here on Twitch. Always fun to see your work. I really, really like the way you handled the mark making here. There's such a good variety of line types too. Like you can see some of them are thick and a little softer. Some are very sharp. Some are thin. Some appear to be moving very fast. Some are a little bit more methodical in feeling. A variety of line weights and line textures is also a really good way to display a form. And it's also just studies are a great time to experiment with technique, as well as just training your observation eye. These are fantastic, Brightwood. Thank you so much for sharing. Love them. Hey, Cookie Narwhal, how are you? Whichever one's fine. That makes you feel a little bit better. Hopefully you know that when I'm stumbling, I'm talking to you. But yeah, thank you for being flexible with me. I struggle a lot with Twitch names sometimes. Sloppy has some cloud studies from yesterday. One is from imagination, the other 4 studies. Ooh, let's see if I can find the sneaky imaginative drawing. Okay. I'm gonna guess. I don't know if I've got it right. I know that this one, at least you said this one was from an observational drawing. So Sloppy, if you're here, I'm curious if I get this right. I'm trying to decide right now. I think it's this one. I think it's the bottom right. Is that correct? Is that the one that's from Imagination? Yeah. Yeah. At first I wasn't sure. But yeah. That's what I'm like, yeah, so it's okay. But I'm assuming you did this one after you did these. Is that correct too? Because this feels like you've looked at clouds before doing this. Like, I almost feel like you did these first and then did that one. Is that right too? Or no? Did you do this one first? It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell on that. But yeah. It's still, I mean, they look great. I can tell that these are studies because some of these shapes, these shapes don't feel as regular. So for me, one of the giveaways was the really regular. Also, right. Yeah, I've looked at a lot of art from students. Maybe that's where that's coming from. But I can tell that you were really trying to, this is basically the application part. So like we were just talking about with cellulose, what you want to do first is you want to do your studies, right? You want to actually look at what things really look like. And then you want to challenge yourself and see what you've learned. So this is basically the what you've learned stage of the learning process for an art skill. You had a better time not trying to study? Well, yeah, you're going to have more fun. Studies are hard. So that's why it's an art gym, right? It's because this is a workout, guys. This is why I need accountability to study, because nobody really wants to do studies. I mean, some people might, but I sure don't. But they are going to help you. Like, I don't think you would have gotten here without the studies first, because after looking at the way values work, the way that the shapes tend to billow, what types of shapes you even see in clouds, all of that is basically filling your creative bank account, and then you get to take out the money from the bank, right? So that's why it feels more fun to draw from imagination. Maybe that's a better metaphor for it. Is like you're basically investing all of your money. So instead of getting to spend your money here, you're kind of like putting it away. You're taking these little bits of knowledge, the art money, right? Putting it in the bank. And that's filling up your creative bank account, filling up your resources to draw from. And then when you draw from imagination, you get to, take some money out. And I think maybe that's potentially why it's more fun after doing studies to do the drawings, because once it's more fun when you have money in the bank. If you're just guessing and you've never done a study before, like if I were to try and draw, I don't know, like a barge, like a giant ship, and never study it first, I would struggle so hard, and I'd be like, I just can't draw ships, and I'd just like throw up my hands and leave, right? But the reason I can't draw ships is because I haven't invested in learning how to draw them first. And I think once I did enough studies, I might be able to actually have a little bit in the bank account, in the visual library, in the creative bank account. Anyway, this is great. It's always fun to see the process of drawing. So, really nicely done. Yeah, the other ones, I feel like I can just tell you were looking at a reference. You were trying to understand the shapes and the values, and you're making decisions here that don't feel quite as automatic, or schematic, I should say. But either way, Sloppy, thank you so much for sharing. Very fun to see, and I'm glad I got them right. I was a little nervous. You wanted to do something? Oh, well, thanks for joining, Amaze. I hope you did it because you wanted to, not because you feel like you had to. But this is cute little study of this cute little guy. Really, really nice shapes here. And Amaze does stream also, so if you guys aren't following our friend AmazingFan15, make sure that you do. Make sure that you do. Lovely work. Really nice proportion. I like the little face. You did a good job making the face feel three-dimensional, even though it's foreshortened. That's always hard to do. But I think you nailed it. Nice, cute little nose. It looks great. You guys go follow AmazingFan15. He does comics, animation, character art, all sorts of stuff. He's also doing art fight, so for anybody who's working on art fight stuff, I know we have a few folks who are streaming art fight things as well. But this looks fantastic. Lovely. And here we have one from, we have one more after this. We have Artie Gob. Artie, I don't know if you're still in the chat, but thank you for participating. Look at these little studies. Some really nice gestures. Love to see a gesture. Gesture studies, I know we talk about gestures a lot more when we do figure drawing, but they're helpful for any, in my opinion anyway, helpful for any kind of especially organic thing that you're drawing. Like if you're drawing an animal or even a plant or a human, draw, or an insect, any kind of organism basically. Doing doing gesture studies to nail the shapes down, to really get a feel for the movement of the thing that you're drawing is going to be really helpful for actually understanding how to break apart the reference. Doing a skeletal study, really getting a feel for the anatomy, checking for proportion, checking for accurate placement of bones. Like, that's going to help you know what's going on inside of these so that you don't, draw the arm too short. It's like, oh, wait, the arm should go down to here. Like, you're not going to do that, Or if you draw the tail too long or something. I don't know. Those are terrible examples, but hopefully you guys know what I mean. But yeah, it's really cool to see some gesture studies here. These look great. All of these look great. Thank you for sharing. And that's also doing stuff like this and drawing from different angles. It's going to help you break that habit of copying, which is also a very seductive thing to do when you're drawing from a flat two-dimensional reference. It's your cousin from your fake family. Hey, Poison Mouse. Welcome in, welcome in. Very, very distant cousin. Rodents are in a completely different group. These are actually feliforms. So they're related to, they're more closely related to cats and lions than they are to rodents, believe it or not. Believe it or not, also, a hyena is a feliform or a feliform? Feliform? A lot of people don't know that. But you're inclusive. Oh, that's nice of you. Daniel Ortiz Arts did a meerkat study. So cute. Hey, I recognize this reference. Look at these little cuties. Look at these little cuties, you guys. Oh my gosh. Really love the way that you did the fur texturing, too. I don't know if Daniel Ortiz Art is in chat. I think that they stream, but I'm not totally positive. We'll try and get you a shout out. I'll do a little research here in a second. But this looks great. Yeah, this looks like it's also done in ink, or maybe marker? Well, I guess marker is a type of ink. Or maybe it's some kind of a pencil, charcoal? Grease pencil? I don't know. I don't know what medium I'm looking at, but it looks really nice. Brush pen. Okay, brush pen. Nice. Oh, and there you are. Easy. Done. Yeah, you guys should go follow. Oops. Nope. Oh, I almost ended my stream again. You guys, I did that last time too. Go hang out with Daniel Ortiz. This is great. I love it. An ink brush pen then, perhaps. Really, really cute little picture. You did a really nice job with the proportions of this little portrait. This little family portrait here. Super, super cute. Very nice little meerkat study. And I hope you had fun doing it. We're going to give you a little flexy arm for the workout. And thank you everybody for participating in the art gym. We did go over time just a little bit, so I'm going to have to wrap things up here in a sec. But please don't go anywhere. We are going to raid out and help me secure those numbers. Thank you again so much, you guys, for helping out with the final phase of the partner push. You guys have helped me unlock the application. That was phase 1. You've helped me hit the minimum requirement of days. That was phase 2. That was 16 days required of hitting 75 average viewers. We hit that yesterday. And now, you folks, we are just waiting for me to be able to officially apply, essentially. That should happen next week. And then after that, you guys, what's next? More waiting, unfortunately. Unfortunately, at that point, I just have to wait for them to either accept or reject me. And during the waiting period, we still, if we're able to keep the numbers as high as possible, basically, the higher the numbers are for the rest of the push, the more likely we are to convince Twitch that I should be partnered. So if you want to help with that, what is happening? Why isn't it letting me save? Help. What's going on? There we go. Yeah, so if anybody wants to help with that, I would really appreciate the assistance. If people are able to. You can help by sharing posts on social media, in Discords. You can share my stream link when I'm live. You can turn on hit the bell icon to turn on notifications for when I go live. All that stuff helps. Turn on stream pings in the Discord. But I'm going to post this in the Discord, speaking of. And we're going to go find another artist to raid. I have a little list here. Because I'm having to keep track now, because Twitch, it will tell me if I've raided someone within the last 30 days, but it won't tell me when. So I'm having to keep track. So because I'm trying to make sure we raid different people, and I think that's really hard to do. Let's see. Okay, we've rated them. Where do you see who you rated in the last day? So when you go into your stream, so what I just click the big button. So when I go into Stream Manager, there's a big raid button that I push. And then at the top of that, it basically shows me this. And then I can click rated me, or I can click same size, same category. There's like ways to filter it. But when you just click, like Carson, I know we did raid recently. Carson's awesome. You guys should definitely go follow Carson. But it just says you rated them one time in the last day. Or the last 30 days. So that's all I have to go on. And that's very hard for me. Because it could mean I rated them like 2 days ago. Or it could be like, you know, the beginning of June. So I'm trying to make sure that I always try to make sure that I raid different people as much as possible. But let me pull up my raid sheet here. Because I've been writing down the day that I raided people. And that's helping me a little bit more. That way I don't raid the same person like twice in a row. Or like, you know, 2 times in a week or something. You need to leave for dinner. Oh, well, thank you for hanging out. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out. Seriously, I really appreciate it. If you are still... Oh, the Draw Me an Animal. Oh, thank you. Oh my gosh, I almost did, AJ. Thank you. I almost forgot the Draw Me an Animal. If you're still working on your studies, by the way, you can still drop them in the art gym section of the Discord. Let's do that Draw Me an Animal. Thank you, thank you. Really quick, and then we'll see who's still on. It should only take 5 minutes. This is something that can be done once every half hour on the stream. And this was done 15 minutes ago. Sorry, Jason. Thank you for your patience. Bicolor pseudochromis. I have no idea what that is. Bicolor pseudocolor? I have no idea what this is. So, we're gonna draw a sea creature. I think. This feels sea creature-y in nature. I can't keep my capitals and my lowercases straight, but that's okay. Okay, so I have 5 minutes to draw what I think this is. I have no idea. Bicolor pseudochromis. It's a 2-colored something. What does chromis mean? Scientific names are the worst. Latin is the worst. It does not help me at all. I cannot ever remember them. Alright, 5 minutes. I'm gonna do some kind of an invertebrate, I think, for the ocean. Actually, let's just, let's just do a fish, actually. Let's just do a fish. We're gonna do a fish. Because I feel like when I don't know, it's usually either a fish, a bird, or an insect. And we already did a bird today, and I got that wrong. So let's just complete the set. Let's just do a fish so I can get that wrong too, and then we'll learn what it really is. Because I have no idea. I have no idea. Whenever the non-common names get used, you're basically just gonna get a guess at a bird, a fish, or an insect. So, just so you know. There's the secret to the game. Happened with the sheep nose, too. Wait, I already forgot what the sheep nose was. We just did that, like, a few days ago. Sheep nose. What was that? It was not a fish. I don't remember what that was. You guys, this is why I'm terrible at this game. There's like a very specific list of animals that I can remember, and then the rest apparently they just leave my brain immediately. Welcome to my brain. I'm gonna have to look that up again. What was it? What was the sheep nose? Anybody in chat? It doesn't count as cheating if you're telling me one that I've already done last time and it's not the current animal. What's a sheep nose again? Was it a... Was it a snail? I can't remember. It was a clam. Okay, yeah, I was like, it was something aquatic. That's right, it was a clam. Oh, that's right. And then we met that chatter who did a bunch of like research and stuff for various endangered species of mussels. Yeah. Okay, thank you. It was a sheep nose mussel or clam. So it's like that piece is missing. Okay. So this is my bicolor pseudochromis. I have no idea. I just know there's a lot of names in this that or words in this name that mean color. So we're just gonna go with a 2-colored fish, folks. Let's give it some spots just for fun. I have no idea what this animal is, and I'm probably totally wrong. So we're gonna find out here in a sec. But nice fish, thanks. Nice, extremely incorrect fish. Thank you. Appreciate that. We are... Okay. There it is. My bicolor pseudochromis. That's my guess. Oh, let's give him a nice little eyeball here. We'll do a 2-colored eyeball just for fun. Okay. let's see what this actually is. It's definitely not that. Definitely got that wrong. Bicolor pseudochromis. You guys! You guys. I got it right. And I almost got the colors right, too. Actually shocked right now. Holy cow. Holy cow. It's like, yeah. It's also called a bicolor dotty back. It's even got dots on its back. You guys, I had no idea. No idea. One of them is even almost the same. It's got the lateral bicolor. Look at this. You guys, I'm gonna say I got this. Holy cow. I even almost picked the right colors. Wow. I'm gonna say I got at least an 80% on this one. Yeah. That's, wow. I was not expecting to get that right. I was just like, well, it kind of sounds like a fish name. Oh, come on. It's more than 20% correct, Raga. It's extreme. All right. So tell me in the chat what percent correct I got this. Especially since there is a variant that actually has a lateral mark like that. Because I was going to cut it in half like this, but I thought it would look nicer this way. You guys, holy cow. I'm still in shock that I'm so in shock that I closed everything. Shoot. Did we just crash? Hopefully not. Help. Okay, there we go. 80 to 90%. Thank you. Thank you, Corzi. I appreciate that. 78% at least. Okay, we'll say 78%. Just because Raga wants me to fail, apparently. You guys, holy cow. I cannot believe I got this right. Let's learn about it. The Royal Dottyback. Also called the Bicolor Dottyback. Any of these names, I would not have understood what it was. The Gamma Dotty or the False Gamma. Or false... Wait. Grandma Dotty or False Grandma. What kind of name is that? The front of the fish is bright purple and the posterior is yellow, and an aquarium that will grow up to 3 inches long. The dottyback will defend its territory against fish several times its size, but gets along with many other common aquarium fish. It's sometimes mistaken for a royal grandma. Ooh, look at this pretty fish. That's very pretty. Huh. Well, there's not a ton of information on it. It can grow up to 6 centimeters. Here's a little more info, perhaps, on it. Maybe as far as care. This is what they look like. You guys... I can't believe I got that. Bicolor pseudochromis. Wait. Bicolor pseudochromis. This one. Yeah. Oh my gosh, ads. Alright, I'm gonna send you guys the this Wikipedia link. I think that'll be better. If you want to learn more about it. Yeah, did you see what I did, Jason? Look how close I got. I totally guessed that it was a fish. And just used the bicolor in the name to split it in half. But I got pretty dang close, I'm gonna say, for having literally no idea what this animal was. So, I'm kind of proud of myself. I'm gonna give myself a 78%, and I'm gonna say I got this, actually. I got this one. I needed a win. I've gotten so many wrong this week. Look at all these ones I've gotten wrong. I've gotten this and the hoopoo. Those are the ones I got right. It's been a rough week for Draw Me an Animal. Okay, so that was the Draw Me an Animal game. If anybody hasn't seen that before, it's basically just a game that we play every half hour or so. However, I do need to raid out. So, thank you again, Diana the Ashen, for the raid. Thank you to everybody for lurking. You guys, you guys really showed up today and hung out, and I super appreciate that. That's a great way to start off phase 3 of the push. I super appreciate the help. If you guys don't mind, oh my gosh, what's happening? Who just did a thing? Oh, thank you for the Gigantified emotes. Bitskull met. Oh my gosh, and you met my Bitskull. Thank you, Bird. I really appreciate that. You guys are amazing. I super appreciate this community. If you want to come back and support this afternoon, we're going to be doing a little mini party to kick off the phase 3 and to celebrate getting through the first 2 phases of the partner push. The tougher, probably in some ways, phases. The more stressful part, I should say. This part is just me being patient. So the final phase of the push, again, for anyone who missed the update on partner, is that now we wait. It's an and now we wait party. But we're going to be doing giveaways this afternoon, voting on some new emotes for me to do, and possibly even making a new dance party overlay on stream. And also doing the, outside of the giveaways and stuff, doing Sea Slug Dragon design. So today is the Sea Slug Dragon design day. It's the one day a month, the first Wednesday of the month is what I do a little creature design for fun. So if you want to come join me for any of that stuff, come on back at 4 p.m. Mountain Time. And thanks again to Art and Jest and to Bird and the cheers and to the follows and any subscribers. I think we had Bribowette. Thank you so much. I am going to go find us somewhere to go hang out now. So don't go anywhere just yet. It does help with everything if we can just go send some love off to somebody else here on Twitch. How I lost everything. Hold on. What's going on? Where's my stream manager? You guys, I'm so bad at this. So I'm trying. You would think. Oh my gosh. Okay, I give up. I can't find it. Let's just open up a new tab. I don't know where it went. You would think I would be proficient enough at this by now, but I'm just not. Just not. Okay. Ooh, I know where we're going. I've been wanting to read this person for a while. We haven't been able to go say hi in ages. But it looks like we have an art friend who's just starting up and is going to be working on some art fight stuff. So let's go say hi and go show some love to Eichmann. I don't think we've been able to raid Eichmann in a really long time. And Eichmann has been super supportive for the push, has raided in, has hung out. I really appreciate that. I'd love to return some of the love. And if you want to help me, please don't leave yet. Please come welcome, or I guess greet him from the raid. Here is the raid call if you are a sub. And if you don't have a sub, just copy that first one. And we're going to go say hi to Eichmann. Eichmann does fantastic art. I will say sometimes it's a little more PG-13, 18 plus, so just keep that in mind. But looks like they're working on Art Fight, which I know a lot of people are. If you are an art fighter, you might want to come meet another art fighter. And if you don't have my link and you're doing Art Fight, there's my link. And then, of course, if anybody wants to hang out in between streams, here's the Discord where you can find lots of other folks you just saw in chat. And here's my socials. Any artist will tell you, following us on social media, liking and sharing some stuff, literally the nicest thing you can do for us, and it will make our day. So we're going to go say hi to Eichmann. He's just coming out of an ad break, I think just starting up stream. So we're quite early in the stream process. But yeah, let's go say hi, okay? And I'll see you over there. And again, I'll be on again this afternoon at 4 p.m. Mountain Time, doing a little mini stream party with some giveaways and stuff. So if you want to come back for that and help support the final phase of the push, it would mean a lot.